Let's rock and roll. Make sure this is live over on the business page as we let yes, here come the attendees inside the room. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let us know where you're joining us from. Hi, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. Hi, guys. Come on in. My name is Brian Finale, and welcome to another edition of the My Lead System Pro Wednesday webinar. And you guys are in for a treat. And awesome, we are live there. Hi. Hi, family. Welcome. You guys excited about tonight? Hi, Jenny. Hi, Lenny. What's up? And Teresa, Billy from the UK. Good morning. Well, I guess it's definitely morning over in the UK, wherever you are. If you're on the east side or over on the west side there. Hi, guys. What's up, Anthony? Hi, Naisha. Hi, guys. So we've got a jam-packed webinar tonight. Hello to our friends over on the business page. What's up, Ryan? Yes, it's night over here. Hey, Crystal. What's up, Rob? Good evening. Good evening. You guys have seen and heard. Drop an X in the chat if you guys know what Go for Yes is. I'm just curious. You guys, are you familiar with it? Do you know what's been happening? Do you realize that the gal we're about to introduce, in fact, let me bring up, because I don't want to misspeak here, just to set the tone for tonight, because I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to have some fun tonight. We are going to give you an opportunity tonight to really make a decision to change the trajectory of your business in 2021. Turn this off. Turn this off, guys. We need your attention, your focus. We're going to ask you that you hang with us for the next hour and you give us your full on attention. And we've got something very, very special planned for you at the end of this webinar. And the gal I'm about to bring out, it looks like a lot of y'all do know Go for Yes, but Stacy has been able to literally, we're actually going to show you some examples this evening, be able to generate hundreds of leads with a single Facebook post, the right post with the right message in the right area on social media, which we'll get into tonight. She's been able to personally recruit over, like, I think it might probably over. I think when we started this, it was just under 1,000 people into her business. Okay. Has been able to get 2,700 plus buyers for her business. She doesn't use ads. There's not, at least not right now. She probably will as we continue the growth here. Does not get deep into the crazy technical stuff. Nothing like that. There's no pixels. There's no remarketing. There's none of the UTM codes, Google Analytics, none of that stuff, guys. Anybody from any business in any industry can do what she is going to show you tonight. She's a leader in 4 different organizations. She's an L5 leader inside of here. And if you're an affiliate, you know what that means. But of course, we're not a business opportunity any way, shape, or form, but we do have a very powerful affiliate program. She's at one of the highest levels there. So just, it works. It works. And one of the coolest things is the duplication. She's been able to retain her team at like record levels to the tune of 80, 90+%, even with brand new people who are just getting started. And it all has to do with social media. This is not a gal who's like talking about it because she did it years ago. She's in it now. She uses the stuff you're going to learn tonight to acquire business, to get fresh quality prospects to talk to. And that is exciting for you, our amazing tribe who is on the webinar tonight. So Stacy, before I bring you out, really quickly, because I want to get the show on the road. Guys, again, I'm going to reiterate, guys, on our business page, stay on to the end. We've got something very special. Everybody, guys, give us, it's not going to be all night tonight. The content's going to be short and sweet. We're going to get you in and out, give you exactly what we promised, the 27-word phrase Stacy has used to help do everything I just said. And turn this off. Give us your focus. Give us your attention. Stacy Hall, good evening, my friend. Miss Go for Yes. Welcome to this webinar. This is a big evening in the MLSP community. How are you?
I'm thrilled. I've been reading the chat. I've been listening to you sing praises that I have accomplished those, and it's kind of hard to believe how fast it's happened. And what I'm loving are all the statements, like everybody who's using my name, know that I see you, I love you, I appreciate you. And Brian and I were just talking right before we went live that it was just it was this month. It was last weekend, a year ago last weekend, that he and I were sitting on a deck in Austin when you could still do something like that without a mask.
Yeah.
And talking about this vision I had of bringing something to the MLSP community that I've been playing with for years, calling it something else. But the phrase came out of my mouth, I think. And Brian asked me a question. I said, well, you know, it's the difference between going for no and going for yes. I prefer yeses. And if you all prefer hearing yes, would you drop an X in the chat? Because it was that conversation that Brian looked at me and he said, do you call it that? And I said, no, I call it da, 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 da. And he's like, why are you not calling it go for yes? I don't know, because sometimes you need somebody, right, to mirror back to you what's right in front of your face. So, Brian, I am thrilled that in this year, well, it was amazing that we rolled it out within 2 months. That's, you know,
quick.
Sitting there in November, I'm like, okay, I've been doing this for years. I've got a track record. Can we make the adjustments to introduce it to the MLSP community when no one knew me? Do y'all know a year ago? Who knew me? I was coming up the ranks. I was member of the month once, but my audience knew me. The MLSP audience didn't know me, but in January of this year, we brought it. And you all have been telling me it works for you too. And I could just make me cry, as Brian knows, so we're not going to go there because otherwise it'll just be ugly tears. But if you're wondering, somebody already said, Brian, they're like, you look a little cozy there, Stace. Yeah, I'm in my bathrobe because, you know, I don't know those things that Brian just talked about, all that technical mumbo jumbo. He tells me I'll have to learn it if I want to grow even bigger. But right now, I love being able to be on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram sometimes, dressed just like this. Sometimes just the bathrobe. And nobody can see me, but I am doing business. And I've got my dogs at my feet. Okay, I put on makeup for all of you, but most of the time I'm makeup naked as well, because that's the beauty of working from home, using social media marketing. I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream to not have to put on the heels and the skirts and the hose and the whole bit and make the drive because that will happen again. You know, the virus will go away. People will have to get back in their cars and go. I won't be. I'll be hanging around, having a good time. So, Brian, back to you.
Mm-hmm. Guys, so, if you're brand new to MLSP, welcome. I see a lot of familiar faces in the room as well as over on our business page. You guys are awesome. Stacy's gotten a couple hundred buyers through this thing called Go for Yes. And it's produced, I mean, all you got to do is look at the leaderboard. A huge chunk of the movers and shakers and the now leaders inside of MLSP who are just really, you know, it's exciting because they're getting their business going, right? A huge chunk of those guys and gals are going through what Stacy has put together because they're tired of rejection. They've done it. They've tried that path. They've went for no. And then guess what? They've gotten it to the point of severe pain, frustration, wanting to quit. And it sucks. It doesn't need to be that way. And Stacy teaches a totally new approach, a refreshing approach that anybody can follow to actually get people happily to say yes, where both parties win. Were you going to say something on that?
No, I'm just laughing at all the people who are like, yeah, I'm in my PJs all the time. I'm seeing Kim and Jerry, and just a big shout out to the study group leaders who are all here with their team. My joy is that it isn't about me anymore. You know, like I'm doing what I'm doing and it's successful for me, but my joy comes in when people tell me they got their first enrollee for the very first time. They're getting 500 reactions on a post for the very first time. You know, that their problem now is how do I manage all the engagement versus how come when I post I get crickets, right? Like that's what's fun for me, is to hear everyone's success who's using it, because it's so easy and it's so different. You know, there was a big old conference this past week, Brian, big old conference. And if you were on the internet at all and you had a pulse, you probably got a ton of private messages from people going for the no. And I'm pleased to say anybody who's going for yes wasn't doing those messages.
So who's ready, guys? Y'all ready for this social media post? We promised you a phrase, specifically a 27-word phrase to help you get out there and do some of the things. It's actually the phrase that Stacy uses all day long and has been able to rank advance like 6 times in 90 days because of it. You guys ready for it? I need some energy. I got to see some X's.
I do too. I'm ready to dance. I want to, if you're dancing and you know it, let's hear it.
I think we're ready, Stacy. So why don't we just let me share my screen and let's get this party started here.
Right.
All right, one sec. Now we are going to try something here, and I may need to. All right, that's not going to work.
Okay. Well, you know my favorite phrase: we're playing, exploring, and discovering.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's try this. All right, Stacy, tell me if that is going to show okay. What monitor are you seeing?
I'm seeing the monitor that has the phrase.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right, cool. So, you ready to do this, my friend?
I'm so ready.
All right, guys. And like I said, stay on to the end. There is something very, very special. And again, there's going to be a door. And I'm not joking when I say this. Some lives will change tonight. Now, that might be you. If you're tired of the nose, you're ready for the next level, a door will appear tonight in just a few minutes that you can either choose to walk through or not. But for some of you, I'm just planting the seed, throwing it out there that your lives will change. You will look back at this week, this day, this moment in time and say, that was a distinction. That was a moment that really, really transmuted my business, really, really helped me go to the next level. And me and Stacy get so excited to give you that door tonight. So we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Let's show the phrase.
The phrase. Did you know I used to deal with the same issue? Everybody take a screenshot. Take a screenshot.
Screenshot.
Would you like me to share with you what I did to get past it? And we could all be using the same phrase because each of us has a uniquely different audience. It may not be very different from the person next to us, but each of us has been through something ourselves uniquely. And when you know who your audience is, and you know what problem, and you've had the experience and you've come out on the other side, or you're working through it yourself, you can actually say, did you know I used to deal with the same problem, the same issue, the same situation? Would you like me to share with you what I did to get past it? And that phrase is all you ever really have to know. In fact, you can grow a business without ever putting a post on your personal page. Did y'all hear what I just said? You can build a business with this phrase without ever doing a Facebook Live, without ever writing a post yourself. You would have to make friends. I was going to say you do need to have friend connections with people in your audience, but all you're really going to be doing is checking in with your friends and seeing what they're posting about. And Brian, I have some examples. So I'm going to put my glasses on. You've got the examples for me, right?
Yeah. Let's see this in action. So what does this really mean, guys, to you, to your business right now? How do you apply it? How do you take away this knowledge tonight from what's this tiny little phrase and go use it tonight to grow your business? That's what we want to kind of show you in real time. So let's do that.
Okay, so the names have been changed to protect the innocent, but everything I found was on my news feed that I'm going to show you. And this person, this is what she chose to post. Going to be offline for the rest of today. Hip was done. I'm just sore and sleepy. We'll be back tomorrow. So very clearly she had some surgery or procedure, what I would say to her on her post is, I'm praying for you for a full recovery. Know that I'm here thinking of you. But privately, I would write to her if I had had any procedure done. And I would say, I just wanted you to know, because you may not, that I went through a similar procedure, or I recently had surgery, or I am dealing with a hip issue too. I'm praying that you get better soon. But if you want to know what I'm doing to deal with it, I'd be happy to share. Kim Ward saying amazing. It is this simple. It's this simple. And here's why. People do not care how much we know. And they don't care that we have a product to sell. All people in pain want to know is that we care about them. That's all they want to know. Do you care that I'm in pain? And if you do, is it possible you could help me out? And so many people aren't actually going to say those words. I'm in pain. I'm hurting. Could you help me? They're going to do a post on Facebook. And that's really what they're saying. I'm dealing with something. It's not great. I'm not happy. And you say, I hear you and I'm praying for you. And then privately, you share your own personal experience. You say, I've been through it. But notice you don't give the whole story. And you don't try to sell the product right then. You say, I understand your pain. I've been through it. If you'd like to know what I did that helped, let me know. All right. So I'm reading the chats. Okay. Okay, Lemire, right now, I'm just going to focus right here, hon. You can ask that question in the Q&A and we'll be answering other questions later. So just stay with us step by step here. What we're doing is we're on Facebook primarily, but you might see this on Instagram. You might see people asking for support on Instagram, and you might see people on LinkedIn. Sometimes on Twitter, not so much. Never on YouTube. Okay? So we're going to stay primarily focused on Facebook because it's much easier. More people are willing to be personal on Facebook. Naisha thinks it's brilliant. Sandra loves it. Yes, Clarence, never about the product. We're building relationship. And how do we build relationship? Heart to heart. Somebody is crying out for help. All right, Brian, I've got a few other examples.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You guys ready for the next one? And again, guys, like to state, this is Facebook. This is social media, networking, and prospecting. You got to talk to people. At the end of the day, that's where the money is. That's how you're going to get your product, services, opportunity out there. And I love Stacy's approach where let's be a friend. Let's refer. Let's see if we can help and guide and alleviate a pain, solve a problem, and talking to people real time right now.
That's right.
That's what we're doing here today.
Okay, drop questions in the Q&A. I'm going to keep going. If we'll lose your questions if you just put them in the chat. So I see questions, but we're going to get a lot more comments before I can get back to them. So make sure they're in the Q&A. Okay, here's one. I haven't always been confident taking selfies or posting pictures of myself. I'm always self-conscious of my skin. I have adult acne. Heck, I just have acne because I've had it through my whole life. And folks, and this is Stacy talking. This isn't my post, but I'm telling you, I feel her pain, acne, for a long, long time. She says, I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of not feeling confident because of acne and also wondering what people see when they look at me. I'm ready for a change. Now, do you know what most people are going to do to that post to her? Guess. I want to see you. Tell me. What are most people going to respond to her? Come on, you know it. No, tell her about a product. Carla, you hit the nail on the head. Spam, 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 spam with a side of slam, right? Spam and slam. How likely do you think she's going to be to open up again when everybody's going to throw products at her? Not. So what I would do, she's my friend. I'm going to do exactly what I said. I'm going to write in the comments, you are so brave to be so vulnerable. That's what I'm going to put in the comments. That's it. Privately, I'm going to say to her, I don't know if you know, but I could show you pictures of me with huge cysts all over my face, well into my adulthood. So I know exactly what you're feeling. And I don't have it anymore. If you would ever want to know what I did to get rid of them and keep them gone, let me know. Now, does that sound like spam to you? If it sounds like spam, tell me. If it doesn't sound like spam, tell me that. Okay? So to the person who asked me, if you haven't had the experience, do you tell them you had the experience? No. That's not your audience. If they're dealing with something and you have no clue, then the only thing you could say is, I'm praying for you. My heart goes out to you. You can be genuine like that. But if you know your audience, if you know that you can help them, this is how you make the connections. Authentically. And this is what true permission marketing is. This is true attraction marketing. This is not permission marketing surface that people do. They put the mask of permission marketing on it. Listen, if I could show you how to save $1 million or make $1 million, would we have something to talk about? That is not attraction marketing. That is going for the no. That is not permission marketing. Permission marketing is heart to heart. I feel your pain because I was there. And I have figured out how to deal with it for myself. Would you want me to share with you what I'm doing? Ask permission. Don't ask, can I show you a video? Don't ask, can I share a website with you? Would you want me to share with you what I'm doing? Person to person. Brian, how do you feel about that?
I love it, guys. Think about this is, if you are building an audience, let's take a step back just to set the tone even more for what Stacy, this amazing approach. It is guys, it's a way to build authentically, like Stacy just said. If I've got skincare products, I'm going to be building an audience of people who are interested in healthy skincare, glowing, just really radiant skin. So are there groups on Facebook that I could start to build and connect with? Is there content that I could start sharing some tips and strategies on how to get silky smooth skin, or the products to use, not products, but the stuff you should be putting on your face right before bed, or things you should avoid, or foods you should eat, right? All of these things. So what we're doing here is like this. If Stacy is building an audience of people who are into skin care, chances are notes like this are going to pop up all day long. Right. So this obviously, if you're selling travel or MLSP or coaching on, fill in the on business building, leads and sales, right? That this probably isn't going to be your target, I know Stacy doesn't like that target audience, that ideal client of yours, right? But if you're doing what we teach here and what Stacy teaches at level 1 and what we teach right through the start here, if you are building an audience of people, the outcome is you've got a skincare type of product. You will see messages like this in the groups, plus in your news feed, the way Stacy's showing, right? If you're in Forex or crypto, you might not see this, but we're using different examples based on whatever audience you're building. And of course, we teach that right inside of MLSP. And what's cool is in Go for Yes, Stacy does a deep dive into that. Okay. So for all, what the hell does this have to do with my business, my skincare? Like take this. And if you're doing the work, what we're teaching you inside of MLSP and what she's going to teach you in Go for Yes, you will have literally an unlimited amount of people to talk to, period, and connect with and see if you can solve and serve and help, right?
So Brian, let me give them a peek behind the prep, and then we'll go into the last example. So there is prep. Remember I said, you don't have to post yourself. You don't have to do lives. But I said, you've got to be building your audience. So let's take the crypto, the crypto industry. If you're in groups where investment groups, right? So an audience that's ripe for crypto or Bitcoin or credit counseling, if it's related to money, you want to be in investment support groups where people are talking money. And you're going to see all sorts of people, right? Like, I don't know. I see everybody making tons of money in crypto, but I don't seem to be able to make it happen for me. There you go. You write a comment on the public post and you say, completely get you. I know where you're at. You don't say private message me because you'll get kicked out of the group.
Yeah.
Right? You just say, I hear you, friend. I gotcha. But they will know that you made a connection. Now you go send them a friend request. And when they accept it, you send the message and you say, I just had to reach out to you. I saw what you were saying. I was there myself. You probably don't know that because of how successful I am now. But I can remember when I was saying the exact same thing you are. If you want to know what turned things around for me, let me know. It's this version on what I just said. It's the same thing. Okay, like I said, everyone can use this phrase. Everyone. Okay, great. It looks like it's going over, Brian. They're getting it. We can move on.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, and how many of you see people asking for prayers? Everyone, they'll say, I need prayers. If anybody's watching me right now, anybody reading this, I could use prayers. All you have to do is go through the news feed, Huns, and you will see post after post. Elaine says so many prayer requests. So many prayer requests. Okay, this one, it seems as if life this year isn't giving me and my family many breaks, but I'm trusting God fully and bringing us through these times. Can I call my prayer warriors to pray for my mother? She's a believer, ready to see Jesus, but we girls just aren't ready for that. During this time of COVID, there's been much isolation and it doesn't bode well for anyone, especially the elderly. Now, I'm not getting into politics here, and I sure hope none of you are either when it comes to helping somebody. This person, this woman, is crying out for help. In the comments, say, I'm praying for you, your mom. Okay? If you're not spiritual, don't say it. But there are a lot of Christians here, right? There's a lot of spiritual people on this call tonight. You know that you could offer a scripture right here in the comments, something that would let her know you're right there with her. And if you've lost a loved one, if you had to make the adjustment through grief of losing someone, then you could send her a private message and say, publicly, I didn't want to tell you this, but privately, you probably don't know, I had to go through the same thing. Not with COVID, but maybe 5 years ago. My family and I were able to get through it. We did a few things that helped. So I may be speaking right now to people who have oils. Maybe you use oils to help with grief. You're not going to tell her that until she gives you permission to tell her what you did. Or maybe you're a meditation coach or a Reiki healer, and you did some of those things for your family. You're not going to say what it is until she gives you the permission. Or maybe you've got a prayer circle that you can invite her into, but you're not going to tell her what it is until she says, yes, I want to hear how you can help me. So I want to see who got that one. Yep. See, you're all looking at it. Boom, Anthony. Yes, lost father. Exactly. Go see who needs help today. We all say, I went into this business. I went into network marketing to help people. But then we're so busy trying to craft a post or a Facebook Live when all we really have to do is go through our news feed and see who needs prayers today and for what reason. Like, could it be any simpler than that?
Mm-hmm. Stacy, we got one more. Throw an X, guys. Throw an X if you're digging this. If this is just feeling different from what you're told from other, company leaders or top or whoever out there, the upline, downline, crossline. Cool. I think these guys are digging it. Awesome. We got one more example here.
Thank goodness.
Right on. Okay. There we go.
All right. So one of my clients through the mentorship, I don't know how many people know that MLSP has a high-level mentorship program, and I'm one of the mentors in that. And one of my mentorship clients, MLSP's mentorship clients, wrote this post in a group. Whose pain increases when the temperature drops 20 degrees? And I don't know if you can see, but within just a few hours, 800 people had reacted to that post. 800 people who have pain when the temperature drops 20 degrees below. 800 people who she can now write a private message, send a friend request, and say, I don't know if you know, but the reason I asked that question is because I do too. If you want to know how I've been dealing with it, let me know. 800 private messages, not all in one day, because Facebook would put her in Facebook jail for that. 5 a day. She's got leads for a month, 2 months, 3 months. I don't know. My math isn't so great. But she's got leads for a long time. Have you ever thought about just writing a post like that? Jerry McLennan is here, and you're going to hear from her later. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal. Jerry, her audience are women who get hot flashes. She could be asking in the group where she is some very interesting questions about how long ago have you been suffering with hot flashes? Or when you get hot flashes, how long do they last? Who has to change clothes 3 times a day because of their hot flashes? She could be asking anything, and people are going to come out because she's in the right group. Did anyone get it like a brain boom on that? Like maybe you haven't been asking straight up questions in groups. You've been trying to figure out how to sell a webinar or a product or an offer instead of, hey, who here has the same problem I do? Yeah, right. And we don't have a slide for this, but I'll share this one with you. Another one of our mentorship clients was telling me that, well, she speaks, her first language is German. And she's in a lot of groups that are primarily English speaking because there's not that many German speaking groups for business owners. And I said to her, well, that's great. You have a great opportunity to start your own group. She's like, well, how do I meet them? Like, well, you go into a group and you ask, is there anybody here whose your first language is German? Oh, she also, close to 1,000 people, said, I speak German. And she said, anybody here in Europe who speaks German? And all these people came out of the woodwork. So she's creating her group now and bringing them all to her to hang out with her and talk about business in German, building relationship. Because that was a pain. If she's having the problem with English, other people are too. Okay? Yeah, Kim's like, got it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. If your first native language is not English, you could be doing the same thing in groups. Is there anybody else here still struggling to deal with English? Don't say I've got a group, because they'll kick you out of the group. Just say, anyone else here, your first language is Spanish, Dutch, I don't know, whatever it is. You're going to meet a ton of people. There you go. Yes, Sandra, I'm so with you, hon. By the way, some of you are creating comments to Brian and I, but you only have it so we can see it. If you want everybody to see and engage with you, you have to switch to panelists and everyone, panelists and attendees, just so you know. So I'm thinking that some of you don't think that there's chats, or you're like, where is she reading these comments? It's because they're just sending them to Brian and I instead of to everybody. There we go. All panelists and attendees. Yep, there we go. Okay. You are welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, Brian.
Hi, Stacy. So guys, what do you think? What do you think? I'm actually at the end of the webinar. We'll go back to that screen, to the actual phrase, the exact phrase that opens up the door to really, I mean, really what this is: unlimited conversations, unlimited quality engagements. You know, everyone wants the people to talk to. Okay, here's the map. Here is one way to do it all day long, getting in front of quality prospects who are telling you they've got the problem that your product, opportunity, coaching, whatever can solve.
That's right.
Now, here's the deal. Here we are, 2020, craziest year ever. We're going to give you an opportunity. Would you like our help? You know, now you've got this 27-word phrase, but now what? Like, how do you really maximize, plant some seeds, go out there and grow the business like you've never grown it before? I mean, like 20, 30 plus leads per day, conversations all day long of people who are actually open and wanting to learn about your stuff. Because obviously, guys, we can't do everything in a 30-minute, 40-minute webinar here. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. But this will start the conversation. What if you knew your audience? What if you could find the groups and have Stacy guide you to find the right groups, and literally from soup to nuts, from start to finish, guide you in the conversations to lead you to the sale, to actually lead you and actually give you the confidence to step into and ask for the money and close all day long? Can we give you an opportunity? Would you guys allow Stacy and I, throw an X in the chat if you guys are good and you're open and you want to see what we've got for you to expand? If you dug this, I think you're really going to like what we're about to do here. I think I know there's a little bit of delay over on Facebook, but I see in the chat here, I think these guys they're ready for a big year.
Yep, it's all yeses and X's, and like even Kim's like, "Would you bring it on already?"
Let's do it. That's Kim Ward? Hello, Kim. Hello, family. Oh, guys, you guys are awesome. Well, thank you for that. And we are excited because here we go. There's a masterclass. Stacy had about 200 clients go through this with her about 6 months ago, and it was so damn good. It worked so darn well. Here we are again, but it's even better. So there's a masterclass. Again, this is the map, the close the gap to get to the free leads daily, the getting the yeses all day long. No more go for no, all that garbage. Just a way to really acquire people, get people to you who are wanting to buy. So that's where we're headed here. That's what this Go for Yes Masterclass is all about. And this is not like, hey, Stacy does this work. Look at her results. You know what they are. You've been on this webinar. You registered. You saw what's going on here. It works. Module 1. Stacy, what is Module 1 about? Because these are 7 individual modules, 7 sessions, instant access. Briefly tell us what Module 1's about.
Okay, so first off, I want to know, if you're sick and tired of being a searchlight, searching for people, and you can feel yourself like my anchor, you'll see this is, whoop, well, there it goes. But what does this look like? It's a lighthouse, right? Who'd rather stand still tall still, put your light out and have people come find you. That's called being in alignment. Literally being in alignment. Module 1 explains why following the go for no process twists you into being a pretzel, a punching bag, and somebody who is depressed all the time. And Brian, you know, some people have heard my story, some have not. I'm going to save it for later about my dad because it's too early for me to cry. But I watched it in my household. My father was a salesperson all his life. I know what go for no does, and so do psychologists and psychiatrists. So many salespeople wind up depressed. There's clinical studies about it. There's tons of articles, because what hearing no all day long does to you is it debilitates you. And so each small session, by the way, these are small sessions. It really like, oh my God, 7 hours just for module 1. No. Bite-sized pieces, little pieces that you can consume, think about, and there's no rush because you're going to have lifetime access to this, right, Brian? We're giving them lifetime access.
Oh yeah, lifetime access, guys. Lifetime access. Module 1 is going to flip your paradigm, your beliefs upside down, and open up what's possible and show you, lead you brilliantly into module 2, which is all about getting prospects to say yes. Talk to us, Stacy. 3 more
all
sessions.
Right, module 2. Okay, so there are myths that we've had to swallow about sales, but there's other myths that are true, like really true statements about what it means to be a salesperson. Being a salesperson does not have to be salesy and spammy. It does not mean you have to work your buns off. And it doesn't mean you have to grow a pair. Okay? Like, come on. Male or female, let's be done with that. We don't need a thick skin. There are so many examples of very successful sales people or people in sales who have done it by being real human beings, heart to heart. And these sessions are going to introduce you to them and how they did it.
Yep. Module 2, in my opinion, is where it gets really, really, really excited. You guys are here for yes, right? Yes. You want those yeses? Now we're getting into like the fun part. So tell us about module 3. 8 more sessions in module 3.
Yes. Well, this is the core. This is the heart of the program. So notice that word yespreneur. What if you weren't just an entrepreneur anymore? What if you're in business to receive yeses and have people feel yes, to feel satisfied? So go for yes is actually a formula, and this is where I teach you the formula. The formula is alignment plus belief in yourself times consistent action will always lead to sales, satisfaction, and success. So if you have been desiring sales, satisfaction, and success, and you didn't know the 4 steps to get there, would you please say, I want sales, satisfaction, or success? Or tell me which one of the 3 you want the most. You can either say all 3 or one of them, sales, satisfaction, success, because this is where it's going to happen. And you can see session 1, I'm going to teach you about how to get into alignment and how to be then in alignment with your own authority, with your brand, with your audience, with the messages you write, whether they're posts or comments or private messages. Okay, how to write posts that go viral and get wild engagement. Brian and my clients will tell you, the posts that get 500, 700, 800, those are not a few. I could probably do a book at this point of my posts that have gotten hundreds, thousands of responses, but all my clients who get the same thing. They have to do one post, like I said, every few months, because they've got one post will bring them hundreds of people who match their audience. So if you would love to do that, You want the program just for that purpose.
Mhm.
And then how to engineer every social post to solve their pain points. Now that sounds like manipulation. We don't mean it that way. We mean just what I showed you today. There's neuroscience, not NLP, actual science as to how to speak to somebody so that they get you care, not manipulation, direct clarity that they know you care. And then where are the gold mines where you can find the most people in your audience? And then lastly, and this is my most favorite to teach, how to give up the scripts. I'm just curious, how many of you have downloaded script after script after script? You've attempted to use them or you haven't, because as you read through them, you know you'd never respond to that script. Anybody? Anybody sick of scripts? Sick of scripts. All right, well, I gave you a phrase to use. Maybe that's a script, but I also showed you how to use it. And that phrase is how real people talk. You may not know that I went through the same thing. I'm not there anymore. If you would like me to share with you what I did, what I discovered that got me out of the situation, let me know. It's simple.
No.
And it leads to real conversation.
Mm-hmm. That's all in module 3, y'all. Module 4. Who here has it? Who here knows there's something going on? There's a limiting belief somewhere that's keeping you playing small, that's keeping you from hitting the life, the goals, the income, the team, whatever it is, that is keeping you from that life that you deserve, that life that you desire. Module 4 is all about that. Stacy, real quick, 30 seconds. What is module 4?
Well, module 4 is the 6 major limiting beliefs that even when you know what to do, you don't do it. Why? Because you've got stuff from the past that keeps tripping you up. I want to help you stand up, stand tall, be that lighthouse, and keep that light shining brightly.
There you go. There you go, guys. And module 5.
Module 5 is a daily method of operation.
Mm-hmm.
10 quick ways to always feel in alignment every day so you can get up and do what you want to do, which is make a positive difference and leave a long-lasting legacy for your audience. Okay, that's it. Is anybody here feeling like their DMO doesn't work for them? If your DMO does not work for you, I bet you this one will. So just let me know when you say yes.
And this is a big one, guys. 10 more. I mean, like I said, like Stacy said, they're bite size. Again, you get in and out. There is no fluff. It's like, hey, Stacy honors very much your time as an entrepreneur and wants to give you the goods and then go get the results, right? So module 5 is the deepest, the deep dive of the class before we send you out into the wild. And plus, of course, as you'll see, you'll get a group. You're not alone with this course, but some really, really cool success stories here, guys. Darlene, right? She won a North American contest for weight loss transformation out of thousands of entries for Canada. Actually, this was super recent. I saw this in the group. Yeah. Very, very cool. Yeah. Darlene says to Stacy, your teachings have helped me get in alignment with myself, accepting the new me, and that I'm worthy of great success in my personal and professional life, not selling out on myself. Right, guys. It's happening. How cool is that? Darlene, look at that. Celebrating a couple of wins this week. Finished a social media mastery course with my teammates. How cool is that, right? Out of Canada, thousands of entries. Congrats. And Coriani, who is on here, who's on all of our coaching. Hello, Coriani. My business was stagnant and frustrating. I discovered marketing myself, using my network marketing company as a tool, not the only business I could do. My eyes are open to a different mindset of how to live abundantly. After working with Stacy, right, I'm excited about the possibilities of multiple revenue streams and that people will listen to me because they are coming to me. And I'm not seeking them out. They're seeking me out. That's kind of that lighthouse versus searchlight that Stacy was talking about. Coriani, we love ya.
And we'll hear more. We'll hear more from her at the end of the call. Yeah.
Yes. She's with us. Melissa says, I've increased my group by 50 people. Who here is building a community? Everyone on this line should be throwing an X in the chat or has a goal here very quickly, sooner than later, to be building a Facebook group where you can grow and nurture and build relationships. Increased her group by 50 more people, signed up 2 people to the challenge, and now who are in an affiliate program, grown her email list, and today was contacted by someone who needed my help. All of this, guys, go for yes. All of it, attraction. All of it following go for yes. How cool is that? Marissa, congrats. So cool, so cool. And Flora, who is on, I think I saw her name.
Yeah, she's probably here. Blah, Flora.
Stacy, I just finished the course, read the ebook. It seriously came at just the right time. Just in the last 48 hours, the clarity of who I want to serve and what my target audience would be has begun to come into focus. The course then added to that and gave me immediate action steps. That certainly is something that Stacy prides herself on. And we here at MLSP do is too. This is not just like, hey, let's rally you up and go for, off you go. Like, here's the map. Here's the map. And if all this, just the 5 modules, guys, if all it did was help you stop making you feel like a spammy salesperson pestering and bugging your friends and family to get a sale, would it be worth it? Whatever the price tag is here tonight. And trust me, it's very affordable, but just getting rid of that, the freedom with that, to being able to transform you from being that searchlight into a powerfully brilliant lighthouse that seems to magically draw people to you who want to know more about your products and services. Would it be worth it? If all this go for yes masterclass did was allow you to have an easy, reliable, predictable, fast way to use your news feed. We touched the surface of the surface here this evening, to use your news feed to have people who want to talk with you right away every single day. I mean, we're talking dozens a day. There's no more lead poverty. There's no more, I don't know what to do. I don't know what, how to talk to people. That's done. It's done. And you can actually look forward to the morning, look forward to getting into the office. If all it did was help you discover how to be successful, even while staying in your comfort zone. Maybe we'll have Stacy talk about that towards the end here. That's a big deal for Stacy, I know, because a lot of us are told to get out of your comfort zone. It's not where your power is, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Can we over deliver, family? I need an X. I need something. I need it. Hit me with it, because it's approaching the holidays and we have big hearts over here at MLSP, and we're excited about Stacy and everything she's doing and all of the success stories that are coming from her curriculum here. Oh, okay. You guys are in. So bonus number 1, we're going to get a group. We show up all day long here inside of MLSP. That this Stacy is an extension of that, man. This private Facebook group, you're not alone. Come apply and consume the course and then connect with students. And Stacy pops in daily. Yep. I don't want to speak for her, but I've seen it.
I do.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. You can ask the clients who've been with us for 6 months in this curriculum. You're not alone. And that's not like once you're done with the course, that's gone. You get lifetime access to that. Bonus number 2, a 5-day boot camp to get prospects to buy anything. This is a 5-day boot camp that will help you master the advanced go for yes sales skills. And guys, we are in sales. And there are skills you have to learn to persuade and influence. And we got you. Stacy's got you with a very different flavor. Acquire the ninja skills to connect with your prospect at the deepest levels so you can get them to eagerly say yes to your solutions. Bonus number 3, procrastinator and perfectionist loophole. If you notice the value, guys, this is true, like real value. What you're getting from a gal who is in the trenches with these results, who's just giving her entire arsenal over to you. It's pretty freaking crazy. And the best part, you get instant access to all of this, by the way. As a procrastinator, guys, I certainly am raising my hand. I've been there. You're stuck. No more. No problem. This bonus reveals how you can actually be successful in spite of being that procrastinator. No more. Bonus number 4, follow-up flip-flop. This is really cool because it reverses the annoying and time-consuming follow-up process and magically makes your prospects close themselves. Yep. And it really is like magic. It's pretty cool. Stacy, do you want to say something on that?
I want to say I hate following up. Yeah. I find it makes me crazy when I hear I finally closed her after 11 to 13 times of following up. Like, really? I'm on to 11 or 13 more people by that time. I'm done with follow-up. So if you hate follow-up, get the course just for this bonus.
Change it, man. This will change your follow-up process, and you'll see kind of what the top earners are really doing to follow up with leads effectively, right? Bonus number 5, Facebook stories. how to leverage stories, Facebook stories, to attract an endless stream of red hot prospects who are ready to say yes to your products and opportunity. You guys have probably heard of Facebook stories. You might not know how to leverage them appropriately to get leads. This bonus alone has got you. They are some of the most underutilized, effective ways to grow your business if you're on Facebook, which I assume all of you guys are if you're on this webinar right now. No, bonus number 6, an accountability and gamified checklist. You get 8 accountability videos that lay a solid foundation to assist you in applying the Go for Yes framework daily, so you get results every single week. This you also will get with those videos, a bonus checklist to make sure you stay on track with the method here to get lead sales and signups. Bonus number 7, lead flow, Attractor Factor video series. It's a 4-part video series that gives you the formula to attract that flood of prospects that you are here to get. Specific and simple action steps to build your audience every 24 hours. Every 24 hours, just like a priming the pump, just like every single time you do it, you can expect leads coming into your inbox, leads coming into your world to talk to. That is freeing. That will free you. That is the game. That's the lifeblood of the business. Bonus number 8, You Are Enough interview series. This is a multi-video experience with top producers, industry legends, and the co-founders, myself, Norb, Jim, and of course, Stacy here to guide you to realizing your own self-worth and true value. These breakthrough sessions will help you annihilate all the limiting beliefs that might be standing between you and the end result that you are here to get. Bonus number 9 is the audio files, all of them. Yeah. Got an MP3 player, iPhone, on the go. Stack them up, no extra time. Put them on your MP3 player and master the material. Master it. You get the instant access to download these and put them wherever you want. Bonus number 10, you get a coaching call, an alignment coaching call to make sure that your message is congruent with your dream audience to achieve satisfaction on both parties, sales, and success. And this one-on-one coaching will help you clarify as you consume and apply the Go for Yes Masterclass and start to build your dream business. So what you are going to get here, just a recap on everything we've gone so far. 30 some videos, sessions inside the actual masterclass itself. This is Stacy Hall's. This is her signature course.
Everything. I laid it all out.
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy. You get the private only, members only Facebook group, which is direct access to Stacy, which is, you get the 5-day boot camp, procrastinator, perfectionist loophole, follow-up, flip-flop, Facebook stories, say yes, the gamified checklist, the lead flow, Attractor Factor video series, You Are Enough interview series, the Go for Yes MP3s to learn as you go. Learn on the go, and then the alignment call, one-on-one coaching call with our team here to achieve satisfaction, sales, and success. Now, if we were to really, real life value here, guys, this is a pretty insane, crazy opportunity. We're not going to do that. We're not going to charge anywhere near that because it's been one crazy hell of a year. And Stacy and I also, on top of a crazy freaking 2020, we want you to win. Yep. We want you to get it. Enough pain, enough no's, man. The more people, and we've seen it. We saw it 6 months ago. Look at our leaderboard. The more people who we can get in here, the more we win. So selfishly, we need you to get results. We need you in this program so that we can keep shouting that we develop leaders here. So that we continually, you, all of us, Stacy, me, you, all of us continue to carry the torch for this profession and teach what is not being taught out there in the marketplace. We're not going to charge you $2,000. We're not going to charge you even $1,000. $497. Would you say that's fair? If it got you just a tenth of what we're saying it's going to, and we have social proof of, which we're going to be showing you here a little bit later, would you pay $497 for that? To compress time, a gal who has struggled for years in the business, was literally in a hospital. Well, I won't say, she'll tell her story, where she's come from to where she is right now. To be able to get all that in a course you can consume tonight, right after this. We're not going to do that either, y'all. And I'm glad everyone here is saying, yes, it's worth it. 100%. Yes, great deal. 100% worth it. I'm in. We're going to even give you another gift here, guys. $397. For her signature course in the internet marketing space. If you're in it, these courses, minimum $2,000, minimum. And this is, I've bought many of them. This is like 10x the value. And of course there's a 3-pay so that anyone, if you're in, what's really cool, you could get involved here on the 3-pay and make some money back before the next payment even comes up based on what we're going to teach you. Cause this is not like sit back and relax type of course. This is, hey, you're in it. You're going to be applying immediately to get people to talk to. And we're not done yet. We are not done yet. Check this out, guys. Y'all know about the level 1 workshop. This is going to be a bonus tonight for anyone who steps up. If you guys have seen the level 1 workshop, I'll show you some case studies here in a second. It is crazy. It's a full 3-day immersion event with Aaron Birch, Norbert Orlowitz, myself, and Jim, and Stacy is present as a coach as well. This is 3 days with the whole goal. I'm telling you, guys, if you've been to level 1, throw it in the chat and let them know that this is the real deal. This will be our 4th level 1 workshop, but man, there is nothing like this. This is not some woo-woo, rah-rah type of deal where we just run, like, amp you up and send you on your way. This is bring your laptop. You are going, you are doing, and you are getting critiqued in breakout sessions with our team to make sure you are doing it right every step of the way. And Rosina says, I'm so glad I'm getting so many leads. I'll never run out of leads again. I'm so glad I signed up for that. Congrats, Rosina. Lisa says, we title advanced. Thank you, MLSP, for excellent training. New skills are paying off. We had 11 team members title advanced last week from 6 different states. Tanya says, I went from 12 leads in the last workshop to over 200 leads this weekend. Guys, gals, it's possible. Congrats, Tanya. How cool is that? This is proof. This was the first level 1 workshop. It was a test. We used to do this in Austin, Texas. You had to pay thousands of dollars to be in that room. There was about 30 people in that room, and we had to keep it that way because we have a 100% success rate with every client in Austin, Texas who comes to this event gets leads, period. And we tested a virtual one, and to our surprise, I mean, guys, 3,000 leads. I think the last one was closer to 5,000 leads.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah. And this one will be our 4th virtual level 1 workshop. And if you're ready, you see Brooke here, woke up to a sale, a sign up, and over 60 friend requests. A sale, a second sign up. This is not just conversations. And neither is Go for Yes. This is about action and real results, tangible cash flow. I know my own mental blocks. Oh, what have been holding me back in the last 2 days have definitely helped me start to overcome them. Awesome. Brooke, look at Jemima right underneath that. So happy that I got someone asking me how much I charge by telling her what I do by using my one-liner, which is an exercise you'll get inside the workshop. Bottom right there, Divine did the live like we were signed, including the call to action. And I have 2 people to take me up on that call to action. And the live has only been in it for like 10 minutes. And top right there. So excited. I just got a few said yes. Basically a couple customers in her back office. One of them bought an upsell, and I'm just getting better every single day. This is all happening within the darn workshop. So cool. Plus, we're not done yet. We're not done yet, guys. We're going to give you our Attraction Marketing Icons interview series, which is essentially, you know, Stacy likes to call this, like, if you're having lunch with a top earner, the questions you would ask that you just normally don't get to ask. You get instant access to that, plus a live. Now, that bottom one, the art of asking for money, this is a live session. How many of us, guys, and let's keep it real here, how many of us just are scared shitless to ask for money? Like, we just don't do it. Like, we get to the point, we build the relationship, we build the rapport, but we can't get over the fear of asking for money. This live masterclass will reveal how to get out of your own way, get over the fear of asking for money, and give you the right questions to ask to confidently close the sale and make money. So, one more. We're also going to give you 2 implementation Q&As, okay? Tuesday, which is not far from here. It's 6 days from here, okay? You get instant access to all of the course, okay? I think there's one bonus that we need to still add in there, but session 1 on this live Q&A is next Tuesday. And then the next session is the next Tuesday, where literally you can go and apply, execute tonight, and for the next 3, 4, 5 days, hop in the private members only group, and then even come on these 2 live sessions to make sure you are doing this right. All of this, and all those bonuses that I just mentioned, they expire tonight, by the way, at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. If you go to goforyesmasterclass.com, you'll see the offer. The clock is ticking. I don't even know what time it is, but whatever it is, it's counting down to midnight tonight. And then the bonuses and this course are off the table. And with this, guys, you know, Flora, I think we're going to hear from her later as well. So I won't read that out loud. This is basically just more of the same, guys. Leaderboard, social proof of what is possible with Go for Yes. And Michelle, she's been a health coach for 15 years. For 6 years, she spent thousands of hours and dollars trying everything: podcasting, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even creating her own website. I was doing it all, could not get anything to work consistently, hired coaches, paid a lot for online programs. Then she found Stacy and Go for Yes. Now she's got a crystal clear vision after years, right?
Yeah.
6 of them of pain. Now attracting 5 to 8 new leads every single day, quality leads. We're not talking about like bought leads, genealogy lists, pulling people out of the yellow pages here. Quality leads who are like, oh my gosh, Michelle, is that you? Thank you. That's a different conversation, y'all. Gabriel, after being in sales my entire life, when he was in 10, he's now 45. This concept with what Miss Hall is teaching here, revolutionary. Thank you so much for creating space for a simple man like me to be excited in business, sales, and communications again. I had become resigned and cynical on the whole affair, but since we've been implementing your teachings, it has opened new possibilities. Man. And Val, I just chuckle because I know that, look at this, guys. Since starting a new company 3 months ago, rank advanced 5 times in 3 months, double rank advanced the first month, and a triple advance in February. Now, this was the first run with Go for Yes, right? Now we're ready for a new wave, right? She's had 2 signups in the past 2 days, 4 people on the calendar for tomorrow. It works. It works. Dortha, I've discovered that if I implement the tips, tools, strategies you've shared with us, results happen. At the end of the first quarter, I worked with Stacy. I had a 14% increase in my income. At the end of the first quarter of 2020, 50% increase in my net income over the first quarter. It's real. It's real results, real people getting real results. And I'm just going to show the website real quick because I want y'all to see it. I hope it should be on the right monitor. And I also just want to check the timer and make sure we got that. And you and I are on the same page, and it is very clear about what is going on tonight. There you go. Yep. You got 2 hours here. Is that? Yeah, I guess it is right. Wow, we blew through this content. Awesome. GoForYesMasterclass.com. You have until this clock hits 0, guys. And then I don't know what I can tell you the bonuses will be disappearing as we are showing you here. It says the site and all bonuses disappear tonight. And it'll be off the table. So if you are interested, we are going to gear up and shift to serving these clients. We have so many new members who are joining us with coaching and with this masterclass. So tonight, you will have an opportunity. We have never bundled up a level 1 workshop ticket ever with the course. And you guys, because of just, we want to help our desire to we know people are in pain out there. We know they need this material. We know they're ready. We made this as pain-free as we possibly could. And with the payment plans, if you want to check out the $397, you just click on this button for the payment plans and we can get you started tonight. And of course you get the live Q&As, you get the Attraction Marketing Icons interview series, you get the live art of asking for money. That is a live bonus. And of course the level 1 workshop ticket. And there's so much value in repeating that. If you're a client on this call who's been to level 1, my God, mastery, talk about it. Guys, gals, this workshop, you will pick up it'll be a different conversation on that weekend. And what's really neat is that it's coming up quickly. And because you're going to be at a different point in your career, you will hear things you didn't hear the first time you went to that level 1 workshop. And that level 1 workshop is going to be December 4th through the 6th. And you'll be able to join us for that as a repeat customer, which I'm telling you guys, if you're in this game of social media, networking, and prospecting, if you know our phases of growth in our curriculum, this is the approach. This Go for Yes masterclass bundled up with these incredible bonuses. It's, we promised you a door. We promised you a door here this evening. This is it. GoForYesMasterclass.com. And I know we promised you that slide as well. Actually, let's bring out some friends first, and then we'll make sure you guys get a screenshot of that 27-word phrase we talked about. I'll put the link here in the chat and in the business page. So, Stacy, do you want to just bring out Carla? How are you feeling, by the way?
Feeling great. I'm loving it. I've been reading the comments. I'm loving it. There's a couple of things that you said, and then I want to bring out Carla. There were a couple of people who were like, "Oh my God, I can't stand anymore." Really? be with abundance, because remember, you're not trying to shove this down. You don't eat an elephant whole. You eat it one bite at a time. This is for a lifetime. The only thing that is really time sensitive is getting into the workshop. And that's it. And Brian, you know, I'm going to come back towards the end and tell my story of what happened for me and how I increased my income 500% within 6 months of going to that workshop. But I do want to bring Carla on. So Carla Archer, come to the stage. I know you asked if you could say a few words tonight about what Go for Yes has been doing for you. You're a study group leader, and I want to make sure everybody knows what a leader you are. Such a fabulous leader. So do we have Carla? There she
Hi, Carla.
is. Okay, can you unmute Carla?
Hello, hello.
Hello. There she is.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing
Hey.
fabulous.
So much great information and so excited about this masterclass. I just can't wait to dive into it. But yes, Stacey, you had invited me here tonight just to say a couple of words about the Go for the Yes training that I've taken.
Yes, please go ahead. We'd love to hear. I was thrilled with what you told me earlier.
Well, I've been with my network marketing company for about 3.5 years, and I'm fairly new to MLSP, just kind of started it to really engage in September of this year. And when I started doing the Go for the Yes training, what it really did was help me stop overthinking the sales and have a conversation like a human that could lead to a sale. It was about having that proper conversation with intent. So I've really been better able to understand how to execute when it comes to building my relationships online with my clients and connecting with them and really asking them the right questions, because that's so important in getting to know them. And then that way I can really lead the conversation to a place where I can offer a solution to their targeted needs. So rather than just throwing something at the wall and hoping that it sticks, I'm actually, having that good conversation with them and finding out what they really need from me. And this has really helped me to create more success in my conversations when I have the time to talk to them. But they're also getting greater success with my products as well, because I have a better understanding of what they need, as do they. And I believe the word believe is the key here, because they believe at that point in time that this can really work for them. So they're really invested in trying, either it's MLSP or it's the product and service that I have through my network marketing company. So I feel like I'm offering them more of a consultation now rather than a sales pitch, which feels way more comfortable for me. And it really lets me speak to them from the place which is in my heart. And that's why I do the business that I do, because I really care. And I feel like that's coming across more. So Stacey, I have so much to thank you for, that you've mastered these skills and you've taught me how to, retrain my thoughts in my approach to my online communication. And I really believe, like, as leaders, if we want to be great in sales and recruiting, we need to learn how to talk to people first, because we can learn all of those skills, but if we don't know how to communicate with people, the chances of our being successful are not that great. So thank you so much again, Stacey, for everything you've taught me. I'm super excited to be joining the masterclass and seeing who I'm going to be when I come out on the other side of that.
That's Carla, I'm truly speechless and happy and all of that. So everybody can see Carla now. Yep. Okay. Because we heard that she wasn't able to see. She's so gorgeous. You want to see her.
Oh.
And Carla, thanks for the gratitude. I'm going to give a shout out to Kim Ward, who's going to be here in a moment. She'll probably use the phrase herself, but it stands here. Kim, you know what I'm going to say, because I told you today I love the phrase. This is not a course you just read. This is a course that you learn to earn. And again, I'm giving the credit to Kim Ward on that phrase, because that's what she teaches. And Carla, that's what I heard you say, is you didn't buy it and expect it to sit on the shelf collecting dust. You're doing the work. You're bringing your team along, teaching them, having them do the work with you. And they're buying the course, everybody's doing it, and everybody's making more money and making a difference. So making money and making a difference is sales satisfaction and success. So thrilled that you are putting it into play. Yay.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you, Stacey, for your guidance and leadership too, and for the idea of getting a group together, a study group. you get to watch other people like blossom right in front of your eyes. And that's been such a treat for me.
I love the word blossom. Yay. Thanks, Carla.
Thank you.
Brian?
Woo! She speaks extremely well too. It'll be fun to see where we go with Carla. That's awesome. Very cool.
She's a leader in her biz. I know that for sure.
I can feel that. Right on. Awesome. Let me bring out our next rock star, Darlene Williams. You should be able to, I think, rock and roll, I think. Hi, Darlene. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Can't see her yet. We're still seeing Carla. Darlene has such a beautiful smile. Are we able to see her? You have your camera on, Darlene?
I thought I did, but it looks like I don't.
All right, let's see what we can do. Thank you all for your patience. You know, Brian's trying to adjust the screen to bring her on here. And you don't want me trying to do that. Like I said, I'm not the tech girl. I'm the Go for Yes gal. Easy, easy, easy. Copy and paste. Point and click. Okay. Brian, do we have Darlene?
That's not Darlene. That should not be me. There's nothing I can do. You are a panelist. You should be able to go in the bottom center of your screen. We'd love to see your face. Your picture looks awesome. I'd love to feel your energy here. But yeah, she's a panelist, and same with now the amazing Kim Ward, both of them. Yeah, Carla didn't have to do anything special either. I don't think. Yeah. I can stop
Darlene,
sharing for a moment.
Yeah, let's stop sharing for 1 second, see if it helps. Do you see
Darlene,
your
anything pop up there?
Let's see. I am on. I don't see where to change it.
You see a bottom in the bottom of your Zoom screen. Do you see a little like a dashboard for Zoom where you can click on stop video, start video? And if not, that's okay. We'll take your picture. Sadly, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of you, but that's okay. If you don't see it right in the middle of the Zoom dashboard where it says stop video or start video, don't worry about it. That's okay.
No, I don't.
Talk to us, Darlene. Nope, no problem. How are you? Welcome to the webinar. Hi.
Well, hello. And thank you so much for having me here. Actually, I've been in with my network marketing company for about 15 years now. And it was actually the vice president of marketing who actually introduced me to MLSP in the first place. And I am so grateful and thankful that he did introduce me, as well as being able to join Stacy in Go for Yes. With Go for Yes, I've been able to be a lighthouse instead of a searchlight or a flashlight. And I've been able to attract people to me instead of repelling people from me.
Love it.
And I love the word Go for Yes. It's so much more relaxing, so satisfying. And as one of my team members said, she claims I'm an expert, but I'm just learning, and I'm actually sharing what I'm learning. So Go for Yes has been a tremendous blessing to myself and my team. And I'm just looking to go higher and higher and take it to as far as I can go, as far as it'll lead me. And Go for Yes and let God do the rest.
I love that. Go for Yes, let God do the rest. Yes. Yes, that's soul satisfying to me. Fabulous. Thank you so much. And did you say we have Kim ready to go?
We do have Kim. That might be me, guys. I'm sorry, Kim. I don't know why I can't get you guys on as panelists. That's really weird. But
we can hear her, right?
Yes. I think.
Oh, wait, she's coming. She's coming. There she is.
Hey.
Hello, MLSP family.
So
for the last hour, minds have been blown, chins have been on the floor. So it is my honor to share what Go for Yes has done for me and my tribe. So we've been hearing the word no since we could talk, and maybe before that. The word no generally reflected something negative or implied that we couldn't have our way, right? So it goes without saying that the word no potentially carries heavy emotions. So the last thing I wanted to do when I was building my business was go for no, but that's what I was being taught. So the defeat from going and getting those no's that I was trained to go after truly left me depressed, overwhelmed, and really, really unengaged. So how many times during your journey have you felt any of those feelings? The fact is, you and I both know that feelings determine our actions, and our actions determine our results. So since applying the Go for Yes methods, I have personally onboarded more than 50 MLSP affiliates. I've won first place in 2 consecutive MLSP affiliate contests, and I've had 2 consecutive 10K months in my business. But more importantly, my tribe is winning. And one study group member in particular, she posted in a group, just like what we saw earlier, and she has over 500 people to talk to from one post. And that's never happened in her career. So that's bigger than anything to me.
That's yay! Yay! That's
awesome. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot more from Kim. Awesome. Kim, I love it. Congrats on all the success on the recent affiliate contest win. And Go for Yes. I know it's really helping you make some changes and make some shifts. So it's so awesome. It's good to see you live and on here. Yeah. Very cool.
Kim, thank you. And that phrase, learn to earn, I will be using over and over again. So just your ears are going to be burning a lot. I love that. Do not buy this course if you intend to just let it sit there. This course, each step, right? Each piece is a way to start making money right away. It is not something you have to read and wait and then implement. You implement it right away. And I know Coriani's going to talk about that.
Hi, everyone. I'm Coriani Baptist, and exactly, implementing, right? Thank you so much for being here, everyone. And it's when we get that that fear in our gut, like, oh my gosh, is this person going to say no to me again? And that's where I was. I was almost like that close to quitting. And something that I feel so passionate about for my network marketing team. And I was seeing other people rise the ranks and wanting that for myself and telling my husband, like, yes, this is working. It is working. And so when I met Stacy and MLSP, and especially Go for Yes, I didn't want to follow up. I didn't want to, continuing always hear the no over and over again. And for me, being a lighthouse and not that searchlight anymore was freeing and soul satisfying, that I was offering a suggestion to a friend. I was meeting their need, and they were hearing that I care, heart to heart, right? And then it was simple, and I love simple. So that's what Go for Yes has been for me, and being a lighthouse. And this masterclass is so huge. I mean, all the value, and workshop 1, I'm like, so take it and really, really know that you are worthy of this, right? And you can do this. You got into network marketing for a reason, and you have this huge community to rally around you and to cheer you on. So for me, that's Go for Yes, and that's MLSP.
Corey, thank you. I mean, for everything you said, and I was going to say this to everybody who hasn't done it yet. And if there's anybody here, because right now everyone else might be going and purchasing it if they are getting this, is that these are the people you're going to get to hang out with in the group. Every one of these folks you hear is telling you when they came to Go for Yes, they were struggling. Very quickly, they started watching the videos, doing the exercise in the videos. Things started to change really fast. They're making money, they're enrolling people, but more than that, their teams are actually getting results. And you get to come into the group and hang out and talk to them along with me. It's not about Stacy. It's about our community helping each other be successful. And here's Monique, who's nodding right away. Monique, go for it.
Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be with y'all. So, I just wanted to share my story. I struggled online for 7 years before I found MLSP, before I found Go for Yes. And I want to let you know that in that time, things got really dark. I felt like I was doomed to have to give up on my dreams, give up on my business. I am a mom. So it was important for me to be able to stay home with my son, but it was looking like I wasn't going to be able to do that. And I was going to have to send him to a brick and mortar and worry about bullies and stuff like that. And I'm also a yoga teacher. I'm very spiritual and everything. And I knew that I wanted to make money online, but I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to make money, but I did know that I did not like sales. I didn't want to sell. It felt gross. I was terrible at it. I felt like a used car salesman. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And what Go for Yes brought to me was the gift of alignment, just aligning not only with my brand and my audience and my message, but the most important shift for me was aligning with my authority. And that's because, like I said, I am very sensitive. I've been through a lot of things, and you know how you go through things and you don't want to share that stuff because you feel like it makes you look weak. People are going to think that you're less qualified. And so I was hiding all of that. I was hiding myself, and I wasn't giving anyone anything to connect with. But Go for Yes gave me that alignment with my authority, and it showed me that everything that I went through had a purpose. It all led to where I am now. And now I get to connect with people from my soul space. It's not about selling. I don't sell. I offer, I solve problems. And not only has it changed my life, but it's given my son his mom back. I was turning into an asshole parent. I was so cranky. I was working all the time, trying to make things work, and I couldn't make them work. And I was snapping at him, and it's not his fault. He's 8. And now, I'm present, I'm pleasant. We get to script our days. I work around his schedule, and we're thriving. And Stacey, you got me crying earlier. I'm trying not to cry now.
You're getting me now.
But I mean, I struggled for so long, you guys, and it wasn't because I wasn't trying. I signed up for every webinar, every training, every PDF, everything, but free doesn't scale, number one. And eventually you just have to make that investment. You've got to invest in yourself. We invest in terrible partners, so why wouldn't you invest in yourself? And now I'm free. Now my baby's free. Now we're living life. Life is supposed to be lived, and now we're living. So,
wow,
it's amazing.
Well, I wasn't blessed to have. Oh God, I wasn't blessed to have children of my own. Bill and I don't have. We have furry, 4-legged ones, and I always said, "Dear God, if there was a reason for that, let it be that I can help others who do, that I'll have the freedom and the space to help them be able to have the family life they want." And I know Coriani's crying because I know her very well. And she also has had a shift towards that end. And Cori, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I know you can relate.
Absolutely, because we want to homeschool, we want to buy the organic fruit, we want to do all these things for our bodies and for our children, and we also don't want to have a negative mindset about money for our kids. Like, I don't want that for my babies, right? And so that's the beauty in network marketing. That's the beauty in home business and affiliate marketing. We can be here in our jammies, jammy bottoms, right? And so, yeah, and it gives that freedom that it's not work. It's actually just friendship and offering suggestions, and we get paid. Like, it's beautiful. Thank you, Stacey.
Thank you, God. for giving me the words. Thank you for putting me in the place where I knew to say yes to the Rockstar Weekend so that Brian and I had a chance to really, listen, I invested as well. Like I said, workshop, I think might be the time, Brian, for me to share a little bit of the story. I invested in Workshop One. I was one of those who went to Austin. I paid thousands of dollars, went to Austin, had the hotel, the airfare, all of that before, you know, and I feel blessed that I could do that back then. But I can also tell you, being involved as a coach for all the past Workshop Ones online and about to, it's a lot even more fun to do it with a whole lot more people right here. But when I went, I was already, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, I already went knowing how to write posts and how to get engagement. And there was a part of me that's like, so why am I doing this? And I think right now I might be speaking definitely to people who want to buy masterclass, but they're like, I already did Workshop One, or I've already done a workshop like this. Okay, so just bear with me, everyone. I always, when I commit to something, I say, all right, even if I think I already know, I'm going to go with a beginner's mind. I'm going to dump everything out and I'm going to allow new stuff to come in. And then I'll sort through it on the other side and figure out what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to throw away. So, and I always make a goal. And one of the goals that I made was I want to see how to shift a conversation, and shout out to Erin Birch, because she is the master who showed me how to make a sale going from, and I call it from a click to a close. Someone clicks, they like my post. I go from that to sending them a private message. I go from that to being able to get them on a 10-minute call. And in that 10-minute call, I close them. I couldn't have done that before Workshop One because I had a limiting belief. That limiting belief was I have to build relationship over time. I'll get them eventually. I'll get there if they're my audience. And she did it right in front of me. And that was when I went in. I want to learn how to do this. Raised my hand. She said, what does anybody want to see? I said, I want to see you do it. He did it right in front of me. You'd think I was happy. But no, friggin' limiting belief came up in my face. Right? Do y'all know what I mean by that? Like, I'm getting what I want, and there's the limiting belief. And I was pissed, not at her. But I'm like, what the is the matter with you, Stacy? You just got what you wanted. What is getting in your way? And this is where, so just, I've got the Kleenex. I'm warning you all now. I love my dad. He's been gone for 15 years. He was already gone when I went to the workshop. But it finally dawned on me that what she showed was how easy sales could be when you're in the right relationship with people. And all that came flooding back was my dad, who was in sales all his life and loved people, but hated sales. Hated the spamming, hated the go for no. He would listen to those tapes all day long. He had them from all the sales gurus. If you guys think the people talking about sales today, go for no, came up with it, they did not come up with it. Zig Ziglar and Og Mandino and okay, all they're doing is repeating what people have been talking about in sales for years, which keeps 97% of the people never making more than $200, I think was the last statistic I read. 97% of all entrepreneurs never make more than $200 a year. So if you haven't made that this last year, you're in good company. Lots of really good people who have been following the wrong training. And there she showed me. And all of a sudden I hit and I went, I'm feeling guilty that I could actually be better at sales than my dad was. And I went, but he hated sales. He wanted to be doing something else. And he wound up becoming a teacher, which he loved. I'm like, but I love people. I love this business. And all of a sudden it clicked. And I went, then go and love on people and do it your way. And so that's what can happen at Workshop One. And within 6 months, my income was increased 500%. It kept going up. It started going up immediately. My rank in MLSP was straight up. My goals, blow them out. And to this moment, I made a huge, hairy, audacious income goal for this year. In this year, I didn't adjust it when COVID hit. I met my income goal, the big, hairy, audacious goal, back in August. Everything I'm making out is like way over anything I could have imagined. Because as Brian told you at the beginning, I'm doing this every day when I'm teaching you. So that was too long story. Apologize, everybody, but now you know why I do this. Not just for me, because I want you all to stop following 100-year-old hurt the mind sales techniques. And we've got other people. Amen. Yes. Amen. Yeah. All right. Who's up next, Brian?
Man, these are some powerful women on here. Lynn, I'm glad you get to join me, man. There's a lot of you guys are seriously, thank you for the stories. This is so just sitting back and, when you do involve kids and whether it's, I don't know if it was single parents or co-parenting, whatever, like you just involve kids and it's just cool. I can't imagine. I don't have kids yet, but you guys are just much respect, in 2020, still staying committed to this business in spite of all the garbage that's going on out there, and then being able to show up the way you guys have in your business, doing the best you possibly can. And then also doing this for a child it's just much respect. Very, very, very freaking cool. Thank you for the share so far. And Lynn, you are, I think the last one here, man. I was getting scared. It's just going to be me against these fierce women on here, man. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome, buddy.
I think
I think we might have a couple of others, but if there's time. But yes, Len, it's all on you, babe.
I think you can hold your own, Brian.
I hope so.
I have confidence.
These are nice women, so yes.
I have confidence in you.
Thanks, man.
I got to say this. I mean, when Monique started to tear up, I started to tear up. I can't imagine. I was a single parent for 14 years. And this was back before we had the MLSP and Go for Yes and et cetera. And I can relate. Oh my God, I can relate to the struggles of being a single parent and trying to do everything else. But I came in with years of being steeped in Go for No, and actually have taught Go for No, and I thought that was the way you were supposed to do it. And I believed in Zig Ziglar and all those people. And then I bumped into Stacy and Go for Yes here. And my initial reaction was, I don't know about this stuff. But I signed up for the 5-day challenge. At the end of the 5-day challenge, I was hooked. I saw the genius. What happened?
You're here. We're good.
You're good, Lynn. You guys, okay, so it's Lynn who's frozen. Lynn, come back, brother. Come on back. We're here.
He's speechless.
Cool. Yeah, again, we'll wait for him for a moment here. Yeah, but it is really cool. And I know, Kim's post about what I'm not 100% sure what the suicide prevention thing is that she's working on, like her side project. It's just, this approach, guys, can build whatever. I mean, it really can. And it's just so darn inspiring. And you guys are acquiring skills that you can take and apply and go wherever the hell, whatever moves you. And if you're on here sitting thinking, these gals, they had something special. I mean, they just did the work. They got out of their comfort zone. They had to figure out time, just like you. They had to figure out money. They had to figure out a resourcefulness where they're just going to show up every single day, and they were committed. That's it. There is a map in front of you. I'm telling you that we've seen about 200 people go through right now, and it just flat out works. And it's a refreshing way to do it. And I'm really, really excited about this next wave. We always take screenshots whenever we launch little courses, not little courses. In this case, a signature course, to see who's going from where and what happened. And we can call about 80 to 90% of the new people you see on the leaderboards are people who just dive in. They immerse, they they join us, they trust an MLSP, they trust the course creator that we're publishing, that we're promoting, because we've been here since 2008 doing our thing, developing leaders here. And this is a different approach. We haven't had anything like this in any of our courses. And, we're very proud of this. We're very, very proud of this. And it's in front of you. For those who've been asking, they want some help. I hope you can swing it. I hope you can figure it out, because this will close the gap and it will help you move the needle as we wind down a pretty darn crazy year. So, I see Jerry on. I don't know if Lynn was able to get back on.
I haven't seen him yet,
but hi, Jerry.
Hello. I didn't know.
Good evening.
I'm listening. I'm going to adjust. Stacy knows that as a rancher, I live in the country, and sometimes I get on in two different places. So I'm on 2 or 3 different locations in order to listen in one area. Gee whiz, Lord of mercy. But I am just 2 months in, and Stacy and Go for Yes were my first exposure to a new and exciting way to interact with friends who were strangers just a short time before I became friends. And I love making friends. I can walk into a room full of 100 strangers and leave with 99 phone numbers and selfies. And I love it. But doing it the same thing online was difficult for me. Was being the key word there. I'm changing and using the basics of Go for Yes with the guidance of Stacy, who is an excellent teacher, as most of us on here already know, who didn't tell me what to do, but she pulled out of me what God had already told me he wanted doing, but I didn't know how to verbalize it business-wise. She's been a huge blessing in my life as well as in my business. It makes so much sense and it's so easy, but it takes a lot of practice. It's not something anyone else had ever taught me. Maybe they tried and it just didn't click until Go for Yes came along. So I've just encouraged everyone I know to jump in and just try it. It will make a huge difference, and I'm convinced it's for me. And I plan on getting so much better at it. So thank you, Stacy, for taking me on and under your wing and pulling out of me what I didn't know was in me, that God had planted there, just waiting for it to come out and blossom.
I love helping people go from seeding to sprouting to blooming and then harvesting the money while they're serving their audience. And Jerry, it's been a joy. And you really have moved so quickly. You really did take a big bite out of this and start putting it into practice right away. She's being a little humble. She's been involved. What's that organization you're involved with of Christian entrepreneurs?
Yes.
What's it called?
National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs.
And she, right after she joined Go for Yes, she had the opportunity to go to their convention. She had already planned to go, and you had a special booth, and didn't something happen there that they asked you, like you really stood out?
Yeah, they've asked me to do a presentation in December, which I have said yes, and they're trying to work it into the schedule. And so it's been exciting, and it's been lots of fun. And I have felt that what has always been a ministry in my life is now making a little bit more money at the ministries that I'm doing, that are involved with widows and children and Christian women entrepreneurs.
Money in the hands of good people.
Women with hot flashes.
Yeah, and women with hot flashes. But money in the hands of good people means good things get done.
Yes.
And there she is, proof positive. And Brian, I see we found Len. He found his way back.
Oh,
Jerry,
great.
thank you and congratulations.
Nice to meet you, Jerry. The camera looks good for being out on a ranch. That's good connection. Hey, Len, what's up, brother? You on?
Hey, you know, I'm down in Mexico, and you just can't trust those Mexican electrons.
Hey,
Well, welcome back. Welcome back.
It just crashed. The whole system crashed. Hey, well, I'm glad to be back. So let me just pick up where I was. So I signed up for the Go for Yes challenge, and I immediately, within a couple of days, I saw the genius in the whole system. And so then I went from there and I signed up for the master class. So, my primary reason was I wanted to explore who my audience is. I'd struggled for years really defining who my audience is and who I am and how I want to and how to get into alignment. And that's really where I was. I'd been struggling. So the program, it just provided everything that I could have asked for and more. I came away with a clear understanding of who I am, who I serve, where to find them, how to message them, and message them in such a way as not to appear spammy, salesy, or sleazy. So, with Stacy, I found some new groups. She completely redirected me from what I thought I was doing. And I found some new groups, and I'm making better friends and finding new clients to talk to. So, the whole Go for Yes program, it's really a radical departure from anything we've ever been taught in the past, but it works. It's really quite simple, and it simply works. And as you know, I ran a challenge here last month, and I brought, I think it was about 10 new people who came in on the $1 deal, and several of them have stayed on. So I have new MLSP clients, affiliates for the first time in a couple of years. I hit L2 a while ago, and then I just stalled out. So I feel like I'm making progress, and I feel like I have a clear path to success right now. And I can't thank Stacy enough. And I can tell you that she is just awesome. She's awesome.
Well,
and so's MLSP.
And so's MLSP for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll take that, Len, because we've been playing at this for a few months now, and I really appreciate you because you have been in the business a long time. And when I first started, the concepts I was sharing with you were really strange, that you went and did them. And I every time you tell me you've enrolled another person, someone has stayed in MLSP with you, your study group is growing, you have no idea how I celebrate, because I just cannot stand hearing people suffer. And you're not suffering anymore. And it only took a couple of months. I love it.
I'm moving forward, and I absolutely am confident that this works.
Len, real quick, we've known each other for quite some time. You've been to my house here, my personal house in Austin, Texas, years ago. Yeah. And dude, what was with Go for Yes? I'm just curious. And for everyone who's maybe on the fence, what the hell's going on? I know there's got a lot of brand new people here who don't know maybe one of these beautiful people invited you or someone else invited you here. They don't know exactly what's going on or what this is all about. I would just love to hear what shifted for you with Go for Yes, because you have been in the game kind of off and on for quite some time. But like you said, you just hit like some really neat stuff in the last few weeks and are really getting, signups and cash, and you're starting to get momentum. And what was it in this masterclass that really was like the igniter for you?
Well, I think the fundamental shift is away from who I thought my ideal audience was. I was chasing, I always likened myself to to an ice fisherman. I drilled a hole in the ice and I got my pole down here, and there's nothing biting, but I don't know where to go put the pole. So I was fishing in the wrong hole. It's that simple. Stacy totally changed my concept of who my audience was, what I want to say to them, how I'm going to attract them, and how to get them to start to come to me. And believe me, this is a process. I've got a lot more to learn, but it's an incredible process. I'm really sad tonight about one thing. Seriously, I wish I had never taken the master class, because if I hadn't, then I could sign up and take it again tonight.
But you're in it.
I
You
know,
don't have to go anywhere.
I know, but what you're offering is so incredible, and I am going to go right back. I've already gone through it twice, and I am going to go back through it again. And I'm going to form another study group and take them through the master class with me.
All right. Well, Len, Brian, we'll have to take those who have purchased before. I think we've got some things in mind for them, but we'll be reaching out to those of you who are already in. So you don't have to be sad. We don't want anybody going away sad because you jumped in when you were the first to experience. Early adopters. Anybody familiar with that term?
Absolutely.
Early adopters.
Absolutely.
Early adopters are the brave ones. They're the ones who jump in when no one else has tried it yet. And then there's fast action takers. So we have a lot of Brian, if I just saw something, I'm trying, the chat is going so fast, I can't keep up with it. But I think we've got a ton of fast action takers tonight, don't we?
We do. And there are a lot of questions here inside of Zoom, like in the actual Q&A. Guys, just real quickly on that note, just to clean something up here, Len, you will get access to all the bonuses because you were a previous buyer, and we may do something special for the first round of a few hundred buyers who stepped up on the first round. And it's good to see your face. Good to see. Thank you again for all of you guys for hopping on. I appreciate you so much. And again, committing and building and growing. I want you all to acknowledge yourselves in the craziest year. I know a ton of people who called it quits, who said this is too hard.
Right.
And y'all.
Thank you, Brian.
Here you are. Yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah. It's
I
really,
can't
really
wait.
cool.
I can't wait for the next Live the Dream.
Man, brother.
I bet you can't either.
I'm telling you, man, this virtual thing, I'm over it. I want real people. I want real people. Guys, questions real quick on that fast action stuff. So, yes, there are two offers that we don't mean to be confusing here. For those who just want to take the masterclass, boom, here you go. We actually didn't talk about this on the show. What we presented tonight and gave you as far as the live level 1 workshop ticket plus the extra bonuses here. Okay. That's this $397. The big difference is that level 1 workshop, which again, Stacy paid a few $1,000s. That's excluding airfare and travel.
Yep.
And you had to get to a certain level as a coaching client. It's a different model now. Thank you, 2020. And we're passing that savings literally onto you. And typically you can right now go to the website and buy a level 1 ticket for a couple $100. Here you save a decent amount by getting this. If you're going to go all in with Stacy, level 1, the workshop is a perfect complement. That's why we did it. We want to make sure that, hey, the class is awesome. You're going to get Stacy live. You're going to get the Facebook group, but you know what? We're going to get our hands on you, and we're going to bring this all to life at level 1, December 4th through the 6th. So really, if you can swing it, and if you see an opportunity here, if you like the vibe of Stacy and the amazing leaders who are on here tonight, who are just sharing their experience from their heart, and you think that this could be a cool way to build your business, I'm telling you guys, that $397, when we meet in person, you will come give me a hug and you will say thank you. And you can rest easy tonight knowing you made a decision that, like, literally, guys, this isn't a matter of 2 or 3 weeks. We change, a lot, like over the next 2 or 3 weeks. I know it's holidays are starting to come up, but I'm telling you, you carve out this time, your business, your bank account, your family, your soul will thank you come 2021. Because where else are you going to get this? Where else are you going to get what we're giving you, what we're offering you as far as the curriculum, the map, plus the live experience, plus all these bonuses for a couple $100? And that 3-day workshop, you get Jim, Norb, myself, plus Aaron and Stacy and a couple other coaches for 3 days from home, and you can wear that robe. That's part of the cool stuff. You can wear a bathrobe and you're good. Yeah, and you just come, you bring your laptop, ready to learn, ready to apply. And it's going to be a heck of a 3 or 4 weeks for a good chunk of people. So many people to congratulate. Lillette, Cara Lee, Jackie, Kimberly, William, Trish, Ernie, Billy, Charlotte, Debbie, John, Karen, Ross, Lynn, Lisa, Valentine, Randine, Elizabeth, Otis, Stephanie, Karen. Guys, the list goes on. Thank you. This is going to be a fun, we're gearing up for for all of our members, guys. I'm telling you that if you were to step up now, what we're going to bring to the marketplace December, January, what you guys are going to see as a member, we're not going to get into it right now. We'll kind of tease you a little bit, but I'm telling you, there isn't a greater gift you can give yourself than to walk through this door tonight. Have a little bit of faith. I know it's scary as hell. I know, it's families coming into town, money's tight, gifts. Guys, that's part of the story. That's the hero's journey. If it were easy, everyone would be on this webinar sharing their stories, right? As it may, it's only the ones who are going to find a part of them that says, no matter what, I'm going to get this done. And if you want us as your guide over the next 3-4 weeks to really apply, implement, and go get results, it's right here at goforyesmasterclass.com. So if there are any other questions, tangible questions about the curriculum, the times, the dates, what exactly is going on, guys, let us know. I know Stacy, I'm sure you want to stay a little bit more. We're not done. We want to have some questions. We may have some more training tonight. And what I did promise you a slide. Hold on, Stacy, what did you?
No. I'm just reminding everybody, please there's Q&A in the chat, but I'm saying please, because we're losing them. Go and drop them in the Q&A box, and we'll take them in order, because there are questions, Brian, for sure. I can see.
Oh them. Yeah. We got to dive into them here. Here's the slide, guys. Man of my word, our company, this woman Stacy, we very much integrity. We've been through a lot of training together and a lot of the same stuff, and that's a big one for us. We do what we say. Yep. Here's your slide. Here's your slide. Okay. Here's the phrase.
You go find people who are posting either in groups or on the newsfeed that they're struggling with something you can help them with. In the comments, you just say, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I'm praying for you. In private message, you reach out. If they're in your newsfeed, you're probably already a friend. So you can just send the private message. If you're in a group, you would have to send them a friend request probably and send the message. Not, please, everyone, always, when you send a friend request, send a message with it so they know where you met them, how you saw them. Don't make them guess why you're sending them a friend request, because you know what they'll always guess. Right, Monique? If you send a friend, if not that you would ever do it, but if somebody sends a friend request, Monique, you have to unmute if you can. Okay, send a friend request, no message. What do they think is the reason you're sending the friend request?
So I can sell to them.
Yeah. They're like, nope, decline. Send a message that says, I saw what you posted in such and such group. My heart goes out to you. Did you know, or you may not know, I dealt with the exact same thing. I was exactly where you are. Would you want me to share with you what I did to get over it, get past it, deal with it? And they're going to look and like, oh, that's why she's contacting me. And there's nothing in that says, would you like me to share with you the product I use that helped me do it? No. Do you want me to tell you how I got past it? And then you're going to tell them the story. Now, what's the story you tell them? How do you craft it? Nothing to my mess, not just a pretty face in a bathrobe. Yeah, got to come into the masterclass to find out how to do that. Can't give it all.
Got to leave some curiosity out there, guys. So the yes, Rowena, the guys, this is instant. This is not. Clear that up. Thank you for that question. This is not live. The actual masterclass, there's one other additional bonus we have to still add to the actual course. Everything else you buy tonight, you're going to get an email instantly. Plus on the thank you page, you'll get a link to log in. That gets you into your private Facebook group, gives you access to all the bonuses, plus the curriculum. We'll be in touch with scheduling the Art of Asking for Money live bonus, plus the live Q&As, plus the level 1 workshop as well. Gosh, there's so many bonuses. But it's all right now, here's your keyboard, fill in your information, move forward on goforyesmasterclass.com, hit enter, and you will unlock it. There's nothing to wait for. That's the best part.
There's nothing to wait for, but Brian, I know, I'm just like, if I ask the question right now, how many people are a little overwhelmed because there's so much? Okay. I bet you there's people out there go, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Okay. Let me break it down. Go for Yes Masterclass. The modules are there for you for a lifetime. The community group, Brian's going to show you where you're going to find them. Right, Brian? Where
right here, guys. Yeah, you literally, once you go to that website, which you've been showing all night, you just go to the training tab, My Purchase Courses. There's actually you'll get an email. You'll be able to get here right after you buy as well, right off the website. And here's your class. And as promised, here's that coaching call, that accountability session you get, all the modules, all the bonuses. It's all right here. All the MP3s ready for download, everything.
So you schedule the time you want. You go through it as fast as you want. On average, Each video is about 15 minutes. Some are less, some are a little bit more. Why? Because I cannot stand watching videos longer than 15 minutes. I lose my train of thought. And the good news is you can watch them over and over again. You can pause, come back. Plus they're in the MP3. You can just do the audio. You do not have to see. Remember, I'm not doing technology. You don't have to see how I'm putting pieces together. Where does this go? Where does that go? How do I connect this? You don't have to see anything. I'm just talking you through what to do. So you can be right on your Facebook page and listening, and I'm going to tell you what to do. So you don't even have to see me unless you just kind of want to. But all right, so that's the course that you're buying. The bonuses, let's go through the first bonus is the group on Facebook. Brian, are you able to take everybody to the group on Facebook? Be able to get there, maybe not. But it's a group.
There will be a link. Yeah,
it's a group.
Facebook group looks like.
You know what a group is. We're in there. I will see you tomorrow. When we're done here, I'm gonna spend a little time with my hubby and my pups. Go, get something to eat, get some rest. But I'll see you there tomorrow. I'll be there. And everything is organized according to post topics. So if you have a question for me about anything in Module 1, guess what? There's a post topic area for Module 1. Anything that anybody has already asked me about the videos in Module 1, you can read through. And if you don't see an answer, ask me. By the way, tag me. I love it when people tag me by name because then Facebook notifies me. Okay? So you're just going to go into the group. On Tuesday and the following Tuesday, I'm going to do live Q&As via Zoom only for the people in the masterclass. Because I know you're going to spend some time over the weekend. You might get confused. I would. Because where do I start? How do I do it? I'm just going to, for an hour, I'm going to answer questions from the people who already bought the course. Okay? I'm going to be there 2 Tuesdays in a row. And then we'll schedule the art of making money, which I'll go live as well on that. We just don't have the date for that yet. Everything else is recorded for a lifetime. There's eat the elephant one bite at a time. Just come on in the group and plan to join me. And those dates again, Brian, can you put the slide up? If not, I can tell them for the Q&A session.
Yes, let me grab, one sec.
We'll do that. We'll put that up.
Real quick, while I have this up, guys, for me, this is a big thing. Maybe I'm just a nerd about it. I can't remember the last video I watched regular video players or Chrome extensions just for speed. So time should not be an excuse, period, because especially you can double time everything. If you can take Stacy talking double time, just for me, it's a big deal because everyone's very busy. You guys have children, lives, businesses. So if you can get the content in twice as speed, great, awesome. So just another kind of cool thing about the video player that you're going to get back there with the course. Now that guys, the lives, yes, there are dates for sure, but you're going to get access to the recording, so I wouldn't let that stop you either. There's no reason to, but the dates are on this slide right here. There you go. Tuesday the 24th and Tuesday December 1st.
Yeah. So let's say you don't have to, and listen, if you're in the States, we know you're getting ready for the holiday. So it'll be there. If you miss the first one on Tuesday, the other one will be coming. And as Brian said, we record everything. So please don't try to eat it all at once. You'll get indigestion like at a Thanksgiving dinner. Just go slow with us. Everybody here, I know it sounds like they went fast, but show of hands of the panelists, didn't you go one video at a time?
Yeah.
And then it's like winding up the toy, slow, a little faster. Coriani, is there something? Sounds like you want to say something. You guys go ahead.
Oh, I was just thinking of building blocks since we were talking about kids before. Like, yeah, just this and this. Okay, have that. Okay. I might repeat that video one more time, but I think I'm going to get this block here. And then breathe, you guys. Pat on the back. You got this. Yeah, that's how I did it.
She'll be sure you make it to the next one.
I don't pull you by the throat. I don't. But I will encourage you. And if you have questions, and listen, if you know, you might say, I didn't understand. Stacy, I'm watching video 1 and I'm not getting it. What am I missing? I will answer you right there in the group. But I will answer you in the group. Okay. That's one thing I do want to say. There are hundreds of people, and even more hundreds of people now in this program. I will not be able to answer private messages. If you're in the group, ask me in the group for 2 reasons. 1, that's where I go every day. And 2, your being willing to ask the question means I can answer it for other people who either haven't gotten there yet or weren't brave enough to ask the question themselves. So we're a community. I want to operate like a community because we're all learning from each other. I don't contain all the knowledge here. Kim's in there, Coriani's in there, Monique's in there, Jerry's in there, excuse me, Len's in there, Coranda, who I don't think we had time to bring on, is there. But you would not believe the wealth of knowledge. And every once in a while, another one of the coaches or founders will pop in. I can't promise when, but that's where everything happens. It's in the party, not in the backyard when everybody else is in the house.
Cool. You guys are asking real quick, just to shift to the tangible questions you guys are asking. This does not make you an affiliate of MLSP. Once you become, for those who don't know what MLSP is quite yet, it has nothing to do with MLSP. Okay. Come in. If you're digging the vibe, you're ready. You like Stacy, you like some of these leaders who are sharing their stories, just jump in and then you'll learn more about MLSP if that's a good fit. But this material you can take and go and apply to get business in any company through social. Okay. But if you do join, you will learn about the affiliate program, which you can click a button and say, I want to make money as an affiliate with MLSP. That's cool. The 3 pay, guys, it's in the small print, Lynette. You pay the first installment and then 30 days later and then 30 days later. Okay. So you pay whatever that is today at 157. I think I don't have the slide up right now. It's right here. Okay.
Yeah. 157.
Thank you. There you go. And you do not need to be an MLSP member to take advantage of this. Okay. You do not need to be an MLSP member to take advantage of this. Awesome. Lots of new faces, lots of new names, Stacy and Tribe, who are Robert, congrats, Marilyn, Tony, Kara Lee. Oh man. Guys, it's going to be a cool month here. Welcome to the family. There are a couple questions about like the training, which we'll get to. Is there any other guys, for those who are still on, obviously you're here for a reason, something's pulling you. If you're on the fence, hopefully we can push you off, and that's not so MLSP can make 297 or 397. It's so you can make a decision that changes your life. If you think 297 is going to move the needle for our business, it's not. It's literally like the lowest cost that we could give you to give you this experience. And we selfishly need you to win. Like I said earlier, we've been around a long time and we love, like, our drive, our passion is that, the stories that you heard tonight, that is why, like, that is like my favorite part of all of it.
Yeah.
To hear the breakthroughs, and you mix kids in there. Hell yeah. That was part of the initial mission mantra. Like, hey, give kids their parents back. That was on the whiteboard when we first put our mission statement together. So we need that. We need you to win. So we wouldn't be, putting this in front of you if we didn't think it would get what we need as well to grow our business, which what that is you winning, and what that is you getting confidence. What that is you getting people to talk to and growing your business, period.
Brian, here's what I can say. If somebody's on the fence, it's very likely that the limiting belief they may have is that they've bought so many programs before that they never did. And if anybody out there, you guys, look, you guys are naughty. Monique even talked about that. Why would this be any different?
Mhm.
I don't know. Why would it be different for you? That's the question, is what would make it difference for you? If you, as Brian said, if you're still here and you're listening, what do you need to hear? Ask us a question. If you need us to say something, you need to hear something, then ask the question. Let's see what our answer is to that. If you need to ask yourself, can I count on myself to do this? Then here's the answer to that. If you know that you have something within you, a purpose, if you know that you were destined to help people, but you have not been able to figure out how to make that happen, then this is the course. Because that module 5, and I would tell you, just jump to module 5. But that, by the way, that's the other thing. You don't have to do it in a linear fashion. You can jump around and watch. It'll still make sense. So if you're somebody who doesn't like to be tied, I have to do it in this order. Think of it. Does anybody still keep books in their bathroom? I'm just going to say, other than me, you know, like little books that you just, like when you're in there, just flip to a page. Am I the only one who does it? Yeah, I'm the only one. Oh, Corianne, thank you. Thank you. The course is a little bit like that. I wouldn't necessarily say bring it into the bathtub with you. Your device is probably not waterproof, but you can jump around. But if you're the person who needs a daily method of operation that works for you, that helps you stay positive, that helps you get motivated, that helps you feel like you can do this thing that's within you, that's dying to get out, then just go to module 5. If you're somebody who knows that you're scared of the haters, so here's another reason that could be holding you back. What if you were successful? What would it mean if you were actually successful? Would it mean that you've got family members that would start attacking you? Or you think so? Does it mean you've got to put up with a bunch of hate and negativity? Well, if that's what's been true in the past, I can see why you would feel that way. But what if that program that I did, the video, explained to you how I was able to move past all that? I don't hear it anymore. And these folks that are here don't hear it anymore. That was, for some of them, that was their biggest fear. What happens if I'm successful? Is everybody going to come to me looking for money, wanting to put me down? Because we hear that nonsense out there, and there are people who will do it. But we can also avoid them very easily. All right. So I don't know what your limiting belief is, but it's got to be one of the 6 I talk about in module 4. If you're really ready to get past that, because I'm going to use my phrase, did you know I had all those limiting beliefs? If you like to know how I got past it and how I've helped so many hundreds and thousands of other people through the years get past it too, then come into the masterclass.
Good question here, by the way, on just thank you, Stacy. And maybe we'd love, maybe not just Stacy, but maybe some of the leaders out here would love to hear as well. Probably not Jerry, because it's opposite of Jerry, where Jerry can walk into a room. She loves people. She's the outgoing, you know, that personality. If I'm an introvert, will this course work for me? Tara is asking if I don't like, and she didn't say I don't like people, but if I'm cautious, I don't like put myself out there. Is this really for me? Is it going to help me? I'd love to hear everyone's perspective if they want to give their 2 cents on that.
I think that on extroverts and introverts, the definitions are different in my way of looking at things. As an extrovert, I'm recharged around people. An introvert can have a great time at a party, but need to recharge by themselves at home.
That's the exact definition, like in the dictionary. That is what is actually, see, that's the cool, a lot of people say that. And I want you guys to answer just real quick, because this blew me away when I learned this. They hide behind that. Because that's all the introvert extrovert is. Like they just get their energy from people. They need to recharge. They get energy from being around people versus, they can't recharge their battery. For an introvert, being around people drains them. And that, like, in a social setting like this, the one-on-one stuff that Stacy's going to teach you, that's just fear. That's just you getting in your own head. I'm not ready. I couldn't really do this. Because you're going to talk to people. That has nothing to do with introvert, extrovert. It actually has to do with what Stacy was just talking about with limiting beliefs. But anyway, yeah, Jerry, thank you for that definition. That's exactly what extrovert, introvert is, because you hear that all the time, and people use that as a crux or a mask or an excuse to not go out there and talk to people when it has literally nothing to do with it. My buddy Norbert, one of my best friends, is the most introverted dude that I personally hang out with all the time. Dude's amazing on stage. Has nothing to do with that. Nothing. Just so you know.
So Brian, can I jump in?
Please. Yes.
Okay. So for me, I see it as not going outside your comfort zone. Stacy talks about expanding the comfort zone, and we want to be comfortable. We want to be in our PJs and our robe, right? And I think sometimes as an introvert, a person could be thinking like, oh, I'm too nervous, I'm too fearful, but I'm just going to do it because I see other people doing it, snowflakes in the middle of a grocery store, for example, and so you want to do that because you want to get that result. But what's glorious and beautiful about Go for Yes is you can stay a lighthouse. You can stay you, true to your soul, and be okay in your skin. And if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. But it's just expanding you, not getting you outside of your comfort level. So that's for me what has really shifted, and it does feel comfortable, and I like to be comfortable. So
Corianne, I could just kiss you. And by the Carla, I know you're still here too, and I don't know if we can get you on the camera, but you can always add in the chat. But yeah, I didn't really expand on that. So Corianne, thank you so much. I do not believe in getting outside of your comfort zone. And I've had a lot of people give me pushback on this, but here's my answer. If I say to those very same people, would you want to be out of alignment with yourself? They go, no. Well, what do you think alignment is? Alignment is your four bodies lined up, you're true to your values. Okay, that's alignment. And out of our comfort zone, as Brian said earlier, that's out of your power center. Alignment is where the power is. Alignment is where your gut feelings are. It's about alignment. Now, I say a lot of people who are introverts are scared of going out of their comfort zone because they're very comfortable within themselves. Good. If more people stayed in alignment with themselves, they'd be more successful. So I may have a different view on this than everybody, but I'm saying if you call yourself an introvert, cool. Maybe you don't like to be the center of a party. You're really comfortable in your body and with yourself. And in that space, there's room to expand. Just expand, as Corianne said. Do more of what you already love to do. Have the conversations with people the way you already love to have them. I am not going to teach you how to be somebody else. I'm going to be asking you questions in these videos on how to get more in touch with yourself and how to attract. Remember, it's about attraction marketing. How to attract people who are attracted to people like you. So there's my answer. If you're tired of working hard to be somebody else, just stop. Come back to yourself. And I'm not making light of it. I'm saying, please, just be yourself. And I'm going to show you why that will work for you. Any other questions, Brian? Are we good?
Anyone else? Any introvert, extrovert? You guys are on social doing it. You guys are on social applying Go for Yes. I'm certain you guys had some thoughts about what the fuck. I'm kind of scared about talking to people. Yeah, I'm an introvert at heart. I'd love to hear if you guys have any insider stories or anything that Stacy showed in the course that helped you put yourself out there. Cause all of you have to have put yourself out there in some capacity right now, probably more so than you ever thought you would even be able to do ever, when you actually look back at all the growth and all the stuff you've been working through yourselves. And I personally would love to hear that too.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
Go ahead, Monique.
okay. Thanks. So for me, I am an introvert. I'm an empath. So I'm really, really sensitive to everybody's energy. I feel everything. So I get drained. And yeah, it was keeping me from showing up. I didn't want to talk. I definitely didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted the money to come, but don't talk to me, right? But that's not how it works. You have to talk to people. And what I love so much about Go for Yes is that I just get to be me. I work in spiritual stuff. So how can you help people in that kind of stuff, but then be disconnected, right? How can you be out of alignment? But Go for Yes brought me more into alignment. I'm better serving people. I am I'm so in the flow now, it's scary. And for me to be here right now on Wednesday night webinar, like completely out of my comfort zone. However, I know that this was the next step for me because it's been a gradual process. You know what I mean? Like Coriani said, with the building blocks, you're just adding this on top of this on top of this. So it's not like you're completely turning into someone that you're not. You're still yourself. You're just showing up as more of yourself, and you're able to be comfortable, but still challenge yourself to do new things and still be grounded in that. So it's been really, really, really awesome for me.
Well,
Very
loved it.
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that share. Very cool. Anyone else want to share on that?
So I will say a little something, Brian.
Yeah,
all I think of is Robin Williams, right? He was a serious introvert, and I don't think people would know that by looking at his humor and just his stage presence. For me, I kind of feel like that. Not that I'm comparing myself to Robin Williams, but when you come onto my social media and you see that live wire and the pizzazz that's there, I really am an introvert. And so one thing that I realized through the videos inside of Go for Yes, Stacy talks in depth about the lighthouse, is when I'm in alignment, I'm able to live into my passion and also be authentic at the same time. So there's no friction. I feel like when we're lacking that, it's actually harder work, and we're having to force something that's not there to either, go for the nose or to show up as something that we're not. So it's actually more exhausting in the long run. And living into that authentic person, finding this tunnel and allowing yourself to live into whatever you are, that's the magic behind Go for Yes. So it's actually a lot simpler and easier and refreshing to do just that.
So much
two
easier.
introverts there, guys. Introverts right now. That's cool. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Kim and Monique, for sharing, and Coriani as well. Thank you, guys. That's if you are on the fit, is this right for me? I don't, I'm introverted. This and that. I think this is the easiest, simplest course we've ever rolled out as far as application. And I'm not going to say, I know Kim and Monique and Coriani had to, everyone's got to face some demons and some limiting beliefs. But guys, you got to get leads. You got to grow the business, right? This is, I don't know. I think with what they just shared, I hope that if you're using that as something to hide behind and say, this isn't it. I hope that was enough to just hey, have a little bit of faith. Introvert, extrovert, it's not really about that. You can step into you powerfully through social, connect authentically with people, and really have you shine in every area, whether it's on your profile or in conversations or when you do lives. I know I've seen Kim's, videos. I know Monique, I've seen you, Coriana, I've seen you guys do this stuff. I wouldn't even have guessed. That's the funniest part. I wouldn't have even have said you guys are introverted. And that's why I love that question, because you never know how people perceive or see themselves, because that's just it's awesome. You guys have applied this, and it's working, and it's fun to watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fabulous.
Cool.
Well,
Okay.
I have a silly question.
Hi, Lynn.
Are we really introverts, or do we just dislike the whole process of go for no when we're trying to cold call people or go, we'll go with the agenda to sell something to somebody or to get somebody? We don't like that process, so we pull back. This feels much more comfortable.
Yeah.
We're in our.
Len, please go ahead. I'm just agreeing with you. I love that you asked that question.
So, well, I was really basically done. I mean, this feels much more comfortable. We can sit in our comfort zone. I mean, because people are happy to talk to us because we're offering them something of value.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody, I hear this a lot when I'm chatting with somebody who I first meet to help solve a social media problem that they have. And they'll say, I can't get my team to be business builders, right? Like if they're in network marketing, I hear this a lot. And I'll say, let me ask you something. When you met them and they said yes to joining the company, did you ask them if they wanted to grow the business? And they always say, yes, of course. They say they want to grow the business. I'll say, then did you ask them what their impression of sales is? That question, what did they think of sales? And I just gave you all a big boom tip right here. If you're enrolling people and you want them to be business builders, I just gave you the $1 million question to ask to put you and them out of agony that you will have later. Because they are going to tell you, unless they've been successful in corporate sales some other time or in sales in another network marketing business, they're going to tell you, I don't want to be a salesperson. And you might say at that moment, well, then this isn't for you. No, don't say that. Say, what does it mean to be a salesperson to you that you don't want to be? And I can promise you, I'm verbatim, and you can all repeat it too. I don't want to be salesy and I don't want to be spammy, right? I don't want to be pushy. Those would be the 3 words that they will say. Now, if this course could teach you how to teach them to be business builders in a way that doesn't make them salesy, spammy, or pushy, if you had that training yourself and you said to them, what if I could show you how we're going to build the business in a way that's comfortable for you and doesn't require you to be salesy, spammy, and pushy? Would you be willing to let me train you in something you've never seen before? Because you wouldn't have seen it, because what I'm going to teach you doesn't require you to be salesy, spammy, and pushy like the people you've seen. Now, what if that's the only reason you buy this course is to go through it, not for you because you think you've got it, but because it will teach you how to train your team so that they want to be a business builder. Just saying, because that's what I do in this course.
Which module?
Module 3. Well, actually, module 1, 2, and 3 is the training. Like, you're going to talk to them about, I understand. Like, did you know? I completely understand how you feel about sales. Of course you do. This is the stuff we're taught. That's a bunch of baloney. Did you know these truths about sales? And that these people have been able to make millions of dollars making a difference in other people's lives. But you probably haven't heard much about them because they're not flashy, pushy, spammy, or sleazy. And they'll go, oh, yeah. And then, okay, so here's how we get ourselves into alignment. and here's the people, and here's the experience you're going to share with people, and you're going to teach them the 27-word phrase. Like, how easy is that?
Yep.
And for me, Stacy, it's the relief to not hear a team member hear rejection from their friends and their family and not go through the pain I went through for 3.5 years, especially when you believe in this product and solution that, you know, you're doing yourself, you know, and that I want to save my team from that heartache when it's easy, when it's simple, when you are aligned and you can go for yes and have the community to rally around you too.
Yeah.
Very encouraging.
I feel like a bobblehead because I'm going like this so much because I'm getting my exercise time because you're all singing my praise. And you just, I know Kim has something, I want to bring her in, but I just got to say, imagine how much time is saved not having to teach your team how to deal with objections.
Yeah.
Just going to say that. Kim?
Hey, I was just nodding my head like the bobblehead because I agree with you. Like all of this is just yes, yes, yes. In one of the first study groups I had, I had 31 participants, and it's incredible to see you kind of peeling back those layers of the onion where people are having those light bulb moments and go, hold on a second. I've been doing, you know, this friction piece for so long, it can't be this simple. And like I shared earlier, I have members of the new study group inside of the masterclass who are posting what they should be posting and having 500 leads, and team members who, you know, I'll share a brief example. We started this study group, and in the last couple of weeks, I have one team member who's had more sales than she had in the last 10 years combined. That is a true story.
I like the emoji, right? The yes.
So that bobblehead is very accurate. Yes, all the way.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I'm on
Very
my phone
cool.
because I'm going into the Go For Yes Masterclass. If so many of you have come in, I'm getting tagged and tagged and tagged. I'm going to go say hi to you all in the group. Okay, so you guys keep talking amongst yourselves. I'm going to go say hi to the new members.
So guys, we are going to wrap this up. We appreciate you over on our business page and in the show here, guys. If you're still on 2.5 hours in, it's you know, it's coming down tonight. It's in front of you. It's entirely your choice. I hope you choose powerfully tonight. I will say, you know, as far as what Coriani and Kim just shared, you know, if you are in a business where it has to do with teams, where you get paid based on like output of in some capacity, a teammate or somebody around you, man, oh man, this is a decision not just for you. Like, you know, if you learn these skills and you can get 12, 15 conversations going a day, imagine what you can teach your team. Imagine the impact, of course, personally on their business, but also your financial gain, your incentive to be able to learn something that's simple like this approach and will keep people actually in the game versus going for these no's and rejection and pain. And, you know, it's a different way of doing it. And as a leader, making decisions from that place, like it's not just about you anymore. It's like, okay, if this is leveraged, if this is simple, could I get, you know, a chunk of my team actually moving and getting results? And watch what happens to your residuals when you start playing the game like that. So this decision really isn't even so much about you. While you will, you know, byproduct, you will receive some benefits financially as well. But man, if you have a long-term vision and you see a team of tens or dozens or, you know, hundreds of people eventually, man, this is a skill that is duplicable more so than anything we've ever taught, because there is no funnels. There is no ads. You don't have to complicate, you know, you don't have to do anything in the back office that's a pain in the tail. Anybody can actually get out of their own way with what we teach here and what you can teach as a leader to your team to go and get conversations going. And as you all know, on this webinar, 2.5 hours in, that's the name of the game, at least at this phase. Master this, then we'll talk about automation. Then we'll talk about funnels. Then we'll bring in ads. But you can't automate what you have not mastered, what you have not gotten good at. So allow yourself this growth. GoForYesMasterclass.com. That's the website. I want to thank Carla, Lenny, Darlene, Monique, Jenny, Jerry, not Jenny. Hi, Jerry. Coriani, Kim. Thank you guys for taking time and sharing your stories. It really, that's not a facade. I don't just say that. That really means a lot. You guys shared some really neat stuff, and it warms my heart to just even, play a tiny role in that and see what you guys have built and on your way to to huge things. And I know you guys have huge causes, huge whys, throw kids in there. It's just, thank you. You guys are really, it's been special tonight, and it means a lot. And that is really the best part, my favorite part of any webinar we do. So thank you. Stacy, amazing gal, amazing go for yes gal. What do you want to leave us with? Is there anything you want to say as we wrap this up? This has been almost 3 hours now, and the clock is ticking. Midnight, this whole thing is done, and we're going to shift to serving. We're going to shift to fulfilling now.
Well, this is what I'm going to say. We are going to have to learn how to master online marketing. The world isn't going back. This is the way it's going to be for the future. And mastering online marketing doesn't mean mastering technology. It means learning how to be the kind of person you would be in person with people, but doing it online through a screen. If you want to have a business that's entrepreneurial, as I say, yes-preneurial, then you'll need to learn these skills. If you want the best deal ever, I mean, truly, because of the situation, we've talked for a week about what to do to show people how much we want them to win. A week, right up until right before we were still, are we going to do? Yeah, yes, we are. Then that's what we can tell you. You're looking at us. You heard somebody say they bought before. They didn't get such a great deal. They're going to now. I think that was Len. It was like, I'm sad. So Len, you're not sad anymore, right? Because we're giving you everything. But it's not going to be that way in the future. So if you know that you've got to start learning to build relationships in a way that feels good to you and feels good to the people you're going to contact, so they want to be on your team, so they want to be coached by you, so they want to come to your business. This is for spa owners, realtors, insurance agents, you name an entrepreneurial business. This is not just for network marketers. These skills work for everybody. Then I'm just going to say, I've given you my best. MLSP has given you their best. Tonight, all these folks who jumped in prior of without any proof within, I mean, I've been doing this for years, but they didn't know me from Adam, and they did it anyway. And this is what they've been able to make go. And they're all in the group. If you resonated with anyone here, make friends with them in the group. Doesn't have to be me. You may hate my voice. You're like, all right, I want her information, but I don't like her. Fine. If you love Coriani, if you love Kim, if you love Monique, connect with them in the group. They're all here to help you too. So that's it. It's either for you or it's not. I love you. I bless you. I honor your choice, whatever choice that is.
And on that note, guys, thank you for being here. Again, thank you for the panel. Amazing rock stars here this evening. GoForYesMasterclass.com. If you're ready, great. Here we are. Open arms. Come on in. We love you. We love you. Thank you for being here again. Stacy, Go For Yes, another chapter, another wave of leaders. Melanie, Sandra, Elaine, Daniel, Robert, Marilyn, Robert, Tony, Lynette. You guys, it's going to be a big few weeks. Keep your eyes on your emails. We'll keep you updated. And thank you for wanting to, just stay focused on your business and lean in as we, dive into the holidays. This is going to be a really, really, we see it every year, about November, December, we know exactly who's going to show up in the next year. Yep. And it's happening right now. So hold on for the ride. Thank you, guys. GoForYesMasterclass.com. You are ready. Thank you again to all the amazing leaders who showed up tonight to share some stories. This webinar is a wrap, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning on the wake-up call. GoForYesMasterclass.com.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks for having us.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks.
Bye.
Good night, and thank you so much.